What happened to poor Wisp? Is it because they made him so much easier? Is that the problem?
I don't know what it is, because I mean, Io's just such a like, no matter what happened, it still remained this top tier hero for the top teams. But at this point, that seems to have changed, because when you watch a lot of the other regions, the hero's just completely ignored, even from like
not even
traditionally
banned.
very big Io teams.
Yeah.
So it seems like the nerfs were like pretty huge. But if these two teams still think it's good, maybe with certain pairings, like they've done Io Gyro for Fnatic, and TNC have done Io Brewmaster. So they've also done even just like Io Legion DKTA. Like not really 3 cores you think of, but they've made it work.
So sorry if you mentioned this while I was fiddling with production settings, but Abed in for TNC. I assume that's a stand-in. And who is he in for? Gabby, right?
Yeah. That is correct.
Is that just a tonight thing, or has that been throughout this whole?
I believe that's just a tonight thing. In terms of the listed substitutes from the rest of the tournament, they only have Febby listed. So
okay,
yeah, and the full roster was there when we did the Reality Rift, right? Like 90% sure the whole team was there. But yeah.
Well, either way, Io Gyro, as you said, the old classic, still quite good. Wisp is definitely easier to play now. I can tell you that for sure. You can just straight heal people and buff them up. You don't have to worry about hurting yourself anymore.
I can't even keep track of all the changes these days with this hero, man.
They took away one of the really high skill cap parts that used to exist, and now
that's true.
Overcharge is you just buff people up. You're just healing them. You're making them do extra attack speed. I'm still excited to see it. And Coddle Ember, we saw this yesterday quite a bit. Two very meta heroes.
Just work really well together, can lane together, can also still flex around into a bunch of different other spots. But Chakra plus Slight, very good. Lots of damage in lane. Try and zone out and harass the enemy. Classic heroes versus Io. A lot of them still in. Fnatic actually banning the Puck, which is also pretty good versus the Io +1, but maybe doesn't fit that well when you already have the Ember. Kind of like similar roles, but you think about like Wyvern as a support, Disruptor as support, still pretty good.
Witch Doctor, the old classic. You bounce that cask around.
Can't say I like it that much here.
Yeah, I have. Especially with the most recent patch, where the little comeback mechanic we had has been slowed down even more. Not gonna lie, bud. Witch Doctor feels a little rough right now.
But the comeback mechanic was fueling your Witch Doctor play? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, it's just like lane. I think strong lanes are just super, super important right now. And that's where Witch Doctor struggles a little bit. I think you could still maybe do something with the Voodoo Restoration, but a conversation for another time. Centaur picked up for Fnatic.
Yeah, you also don't have that damage reduction stacking anymore. That was another big thing from Io, right? Where you could like reduce the damage of your tethered target, because now it's just the max health regen.
Yes.
Because we always had the Io plus the Centaur for like the doubling strats. The OG classic. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, finally some Centaur play. I feel like we've talked about Centaur every draft, and he either gets banned like in the last couple phases or totally ignored.
I'm in the same camp as you, though. I like Centaur a lot. Very annoying laner. Now an Oracle for TNC Predator. This is interesting. You've got the Purge with his Q. That's pretty nice against the Ember Spirit, so I'll give you that. Double heal can be pretty good. We saw that in the one draft yesterday that had that ABBA core. Was it ABBA and Oracle together? It was some combo like that. They had a double sustain, and it was pretty darn good. They can keep this gyro alive forever, but they are very light on control. Very light on conventional team fight like the Ignis Fatus.
Yeah, they definitely need like a Kunkka or something.
Oh, look at you going back to the pirate again, you maritime bastard.
Well, you know, hey, that's what they need for sure. I mean, Io Kunkka is a classic. Actually, I'm looking at their last draft right now, and they had Io, Oracle, and Kunkka to go with the Brewmaster. So, I think.
Is that it? It's going to be Kunkka Brewmaster? You calling it right now? Well, to be fair,
they also picked DK in one of the other ones. But the main point being, you need a stun.
Yeah.
Stun would be good.
I mean, Fortune's End is like a half step in that direction. The rocket is something, homing missile, I should say. But Fnatic are already pretty high on team fight. I'd say all three of their heroes are really good at those mid-game skirmishes. Ember, one of the better cores for getting involved, but also split pushing and being able to soak up a lot of farm. So much versatility in the item builds as well. And they will pick up Tiny. We saw a Tiny opener yesterday. Wasn't great.
Good.
Wasn't great, but another good setup hero here. I like Tiny in contrast to the Coddle. Feels like they've got a pretty dynamic support duo.
Yeah, I could say the benefits I see are that like targeting the Oracle in the back line, like that's a pretty good hero for the Tiny to look out for. You have some AoE stun as well. You have the lane duo with the Centaur as well, where you can do like the toss into stomp. This is a classic pub stomping duo lane. Okay, this Tiny looks a lot better than the first pick Tiny for Boomy the other day.
Yes.
That did not work out quite as hot.
And you've actually got targets you can combo. You know, Tiny versus Wisp, depending on how the momentum goes, there's probably a window where Tiny can be a real nuisance and get some solo kills. Lo and behold,
ahoy, matey.
It's the Kunker.
Who would have thought? It's also a good Abed hero, too. I mean, if you're standing in, it's nice to get something you're really comfortable on.
All right. It's
of course, he can play.
Starting to come together. They've got somebody to lead the Blue Nose into battle here, set things up.
Oh, there you go. Look at you. Learning your Nova Scotian lore.
I'm researching so I can pass the Canadian citizenship test.
Yeah, this is quality stuff here. So last, we're looking for a KP hero. I get more like in the middle of a team fight hero. The Legion will get banned. Last time, as we mentioned, they played the Brewmaster. Well, I'm just looking to see who was playing it. Yeah, it was KP who played it. Is Brewmaster okay this game?
Banned out.
All right.
What'd you say?
I was just thinking if the Brewmaster was actually okay this game. It's like mediocre.
I'm
it's
okay
not
with
terrible.
It.
I like the Underlord ban, though, as you said.
You've already got one Dispel in the Oracle, so a little bit less enticing to pick that up on the Brewmaster, but I think he does certainly match the style. You need someone that can fight early, lane okay, make some
Beast
space.
is actually pretty good here, I think. The Hawk for Vision, for Relocate, the attack speed Aura versus Keeper of the Light, the Roar to have an additional stun onto the Ember.
For Wisp and Kunkka, it's pretty nice, and it takes a little pressure off the Kunkka for initiation.
Mars is still in. We can just pick Mars.
Yeah, against Ember, he can get out of it pretty good. Tiny will go Blink. Centaur.
It does stop. I don't know. It's like a classic counter versus the Centaur, though, because you can just stop the Stampede saves.
Yeah.
But that is a fair point, because then they could just pick another hero that can just escape out the arena, too. So I'm going Beast. Oh, they went Brew again.
I liked Beast or Brew. I think they both fit very nicely. I was starting to really get sold on the Beastmaster, partially because it's KP and partially for the Vision game. What was the change to Hawk recently? I remember you and I talking about...
Can't block camps.
That's it, okay.
So the laning stage is a lot harder.
It wasn't anything about the Vision, just one less utility.
Well, I mean, Brewmaster's just kind of weird at this point. They've like messed around with his laning skills a lot, so I look forward to seeing how KP plays this. Last hero, probably a mid laner versus a Kunkka here. They already banned the DP. What do you got?
Whoa.
Oh!
Alki.
Gross.
Yeah.
Alchemist.
Damn it, Jabs.
Why do you do this to us?
I don't think it's a bad pick, though. I understand
it's a great pick.
The reaction, but I'm pretty all right with it.
Wow, that Centaur weapon is wild.
Numbers changed slightly. 2.05 TNC, 1.72 for Fnatic.
Fnatic up or down? I can't remember what they were before.
I think it's a little more even now. I think TNC was 2.4 at the beginning. Not mistaken. Didn't know there was going to be a pop quiz.
Well, I'm just curious now if that means it likes the TNC draft. The odds, you know?
I guess so.
If their odds went down, then I guess it
IO
does, right?
Gyro. Yeah. Do they have the tools to shut down this Alchemist, though? And I kind of think no. I think this is a really good read for Fnatic. They see the support duo and go, all right, they've got some mid-game fighting in the Kunkka and the Brew, and Gyro can take some early relocates, but sometimes, you know those games where we talk about, man, these lanes aren't looking great, and they just don't have the supports to make any rotations. That is this TNC draft in a nutshell. IO Oracle. You're pretty rigid. You know, there's not a lot of, you know exactly what everyone's doing, where they're going.
Yeah, you really do. And then the other problem is that you have a low cooldown mid hero in the Kunkka, and he can just like roam around and go for a bunch of kills. But they're really not going to want to miss anything with like the Brewmaster ult. It's going to have to be like split kill with Kunkka, and then when the boat's back, you get a relocate kill, and then by the time the boat's back again, you'll be like nearing split timing. So a bit of a dance here, I would say, for TNC, whereas Fnatic, they're just trying to relax. Hold things together for a while, I think. Oh my god, look at KP's win-loss over time. Damn. 4,200 versus 1,900.
That's insane.
Really now?
Like a 60% win rate.
That's really impressive. Over that many games, especially. That's good old KP. One of the most resilient Dota players, able to handle himself under pressure and awkward interviews.
Courtesy of you.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if he can handle this lane. I want Brewmaster to be good, guys.
Yeah. He's fun to
Got
watch.
a great taunt.
I enjoy him as a caster.
I gotta see where this taunt was on the Suns fan list.
What, the Kunkka?
No, the Brewmaster. I'll check Kunkka. Brewmaster was 21. Barrelmeister. I think Kunkka was pretty high. Kunkka was 12. I think that's the highest out of this game.
Twitch chat, I need some help. How's my Dota volume? I feel like my Dota's a little quiet. Do we need louder game sounds? Now, be honest. I don't want none of them troll remarks.
Don't be afraid to be honest, guys.
Don't
Twitch
be
chat.
afraid.
Don't hold back, Twitch
to
chat.
speak your mind. You be the flower you've always wanted to be, and I will curate the answers. We'll see Abed here take an aggressive move forward. Ice, ice, ice. He's not afraid.
Oh,
He's going to run
look
in,
at this.
looking for the bounty.
Aggressive call.
Whoa. 4 runes, 4 Fnatic, out of the gate. Insanity. TNC contested it even. Now DJ, though, maybe in some trouble. Rocket Barrage. Not going to find a kill. He does have boots first. It's a speedy
Straight
one.
to the bottom with you. May the light keep you.
Oh, the old completely hidden away strat.
SG Internet win.
You don't have the sign.
Thank you, Daryl. Singapore also on my list, Trent. I've never been to Singapore.
Ice is just flexing. That's Singapore internet. Singapore was pretty awesome. It was a nice place to visit.
You got hit with the backseat math there, Trent. Actually greater than 66%.
Oh, sorry, guys.
On
My
KP's
bad.
Win rate.
You're right.
You sold him short, so...
Yes. It was over 2/3. My B.
All right, I'm watching the mid lane. I got this new thing. First 2 waves in mid. And the first wave goes the way of Kunkka. Still
right,
0-0 on this
I'll
album.
handle the rest of the map while you do that.
Okay.
So DJ's pulling creeps up top. He takes 1 fortune end from March, who then TP's bottom, because KP needs assistance. And DJ's going to grab the next wave, too, and he's going to double stack it up for Ice. And then it's going to all push out, and Ice is going to have a great place to farm.
Well, this mid lane is not going well for Moon. Armel's taunting him. He's getting the last hits. He's giving him all the business right now, Trent.
He's on the move. Got to sell some creeps.
No mana.
Yeah, bottom seems like a pretty scary lane, I gotta say. The Slight Chakra for a Brewmaster with only 4 tangos left. You got 3 Rings of Regen queued up. He's now purchased 1 of them.
Perfect. Yep. Coddle gives you a lot of these combos that are quite solid in the lane. Now, I will say the Wisp Gyro definitely feels decent right now just because of how good Divine Rapier is. I think there's definitely situations where you can justify it on Gyro a little bit earlier, not just as a last-ditch kind of Hail Mary, and especially when you've got Oracle Wisp. I mean, if this game goes 35 minutes, Rapier could be a legitimate option, Trent.
Maybe if you're like worried about Alchemist. I still don't think you want to pull the cord too early on the old Rapier parachute.
That's how you close out games, bud. You ever heard of timings?
I mean, you're right that it can work. Oh, look at this aggressive play here from Abed and Tibbs. Now, this is one really nice thing about IO Gyro is that they're so sustainable and like decent movement speed for this point in the game that you can come in behind the towers like this when you know he's just trying to get this free CS. You want to actually punish.
Yeah. Actually going to get some decent damage into the Wisp. Tims, he's just going to go down. You jinxed him.
I really did, and now
the toss back.
Abed.
He'll be okay. Still a nice play by DJ. Now, I'm going to educate you here, Trent. The real trick to the Gyro Wisp Rapier is you have to time it around second Roche so you get the cheese because cheese is overpowered on Wisp. You have two Aegises when you got a Wisp and second Roche. You understand?
I mean, you're speaking a lot of sense right now.
Hey, bud. Rapier's good right now. Dare I say
definitely
busted.
Is.
And
you know, maybe there's some mischance as well in the Radiant, and then there's some value to it.
I mean, I think that's if you're not winning the lane super hard, you're not controlling the mid game. Dare I say, behind for TNC, that is one way to make this Oracle Wisp actually worth it.
I think you're a little high on Rapier, buddy.
I'm not high on Oracle Wisp as a support duo. I think that's really my concern here.
Bottom, KP.
Is he going to live here? Body blocks from jabs. Oh, very nice. Shows him the back of the unicorn and sets up the kill for Savage.
Fast. Bottle, no boots, no cares. 330 move speed. Did you see from the last patch, Naga dropped like a 3% win rate?
I did not notice that.
Just from like the gold changes?
Huh.
I wonder if Alp suffered a similar effect. Looks like he did not. In fact, his pick rate jumped by about 2%. I guess because, you know, there's less gold on the map, and his gold things aren't changed, so now he just has, like, more gold.
I guess so.
Relative to everyone else, does that make sense? Is his extra gold more valuable? Not really. Maybe the Naga pickers just started playing more Alchemist. That might be the more likely scenario.
I don't know. I don't have a good explanation for that one. The Alchemist is not winning this lane, though. Armel still driving.
Oh, but look.
Second bracer.
He's got the illusions of this top area. Does he get both? Oh, Bird, get out. Oh, he didn't quite get the Wild Wing one. Oh, he didn't get either. Oh, disaster. He tried to be too big brain.
Oh, they pick up a kill on March down bottom. Things looking very good for Fnatic out of the gate here. Already a 2K net worth lead. This Alchemist doesn't need to be winning mid because they got the bounty runes, and their Ember Spirit is dominating down bottom.
Oh, by net worth, he is still winning because of Grievous Greed. So, there you go.
Bounties.
But you're right. Last hits, you know.
Bounties. And now the Alchemist, big rotation here. Boat connects. Blinding Light, not enough.
March had to steal that kill, though. The Purifying Flames. Scared that he'd get away with the blinding.
I respect it from March, but not ideal for Oracle to get that kill.
I kind of wonder what Armel's going to build. I don't know if he goes straight into one of these big ticket items, or does he feel like he needs to buy the Spirit Vessel this game?
Flying
As
KP
Savage
down
gets
bottom.
another kill on KP. I was just about to check his quick buy, and he's dead. He actually bought... He's got 4 rings. I call this the Xerxes. You know, in 300 when he's got all those piercings? Got rings hanging off every little thing. The Xerxes build.
I like that. That's
it's good.
Perfect. Now I want a Brewmaster with a nose ring cosmetic.
Is Centaur the only nose-ringed hero?
Oh, there's
I mean, we
gotta
can't
be
tell with his
somebody.
helmet, but I'm pretty sure he has a big nose ring.
I think CM's got one in a couple of her cosmetics. March, taking
I was
out.
kind of picturing the big, you know, circle-style one, but...
Oh, the Septum.
Ah, yes, that's the one. Look
Like-
at you.
like what
knowing your
bulls
technical
have.
terms.
Yes. Well, I hung out with ruffians in my youth, Trent.
Yeah, I can tell.
Sin's expectation.
Things were pretty scary down at the Hot Topic.
You're a trusty mate.
Radiant's middle tower.
That is where the ruffians spent their time. Hot Topic's still going strong, dude. How's this gyro doing? Not amazing. Kinda bottom of the cores except for KP. Ice with a Stampede. TP.
Abed gave him the item drop too.
Looks like
Bottom with
classic
Did not save his buddy.
against Ice. I guess really an ulti to set up down bottom, though, as
Yeah.
they pick up another onto KP.
Sin's expectation.
Well, this is about going just as we expected for the Brew, though. It's like, oh, I want to like Brewmaster, but this is what happens to him.
I thought he'd do a little better than this, I'll be honest. I mean, I haven't been looking at the lane too much outside of the kill, but I don't know. Pretty far behind now, level 7 on Savage.
He just does so much damage because, like, there's no Flame Guard. It's just constant slight, and he whittles you down, and then just one support rotation near the end. Like, you don't know when to call it as KP. It's like, okay, do I have to back and regen now, or do I really need this creep wave?
I feel like he's getting baited by his own build. He has all this regens. It's like, I can chill. I just need to wait. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to let my regen work, and he's getting dove.
Nice.
There's 2 fights happening at once here. We're going to see KP take another tumble. Meanwhile, up top, Abed and Tim's going in on the DJ. A lot of damage from the rocket barrage. Double damage Tiny. Might make it into Fog. There's no homing missile, but good positioning from Tim's. They'll find him, give him the old sandwich, and 1-for-1 around the map.
That bonus hero damage is crazy. He takes 225 on every slight under tower, and he has a ring of protection too, because it's 160 bonus damage coming in from the slight at this level. He just like cannot sustain. He's buying another ring. He's like, I need a ring of health.
And he's got the Blightstone there on the Ember.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Something else Brew suffers from. Not a very high armor hero. Where's he going to put this? I mean, these are toe rings at this point.
Yeah, I don't know where these things are going. The Quelling Blade's gonna have to go away or something. Boat in the mid.
X combo. They might have the damage here. Oracle trying to finish him off. The burst isn't enough. Now they get the Wisp instead. 2 down on the side of TNC. Fnatic with a big reaction. And they keep all 5 alive. The turnaround is real. And most importantly, the Alchemist lives. Ember trying to hunt down Abed, but not going to find him.
Gets wrong on the 50-50, or Abed was probably dead there. Well, ever since that kill mid, things have turned completely in Fnatic's favor. Like, Moon died, and I was like, okay, they found something, and now it just does not feel like it mattered at all. He's 10 minutes in. He's close to Relic. He's got a couple stack camps now. He's got some golems to fiend up here in each camp. Love the golems.
Love the Drake.
Hate the Drake.
Alchemist wants a Radiance, and he's going to have it pretty soon. Already scary that they're pretty light on damage to kill this Alchemist. It's exactly what I was worried about. You can keep the Gyro alive forever. Can he actually kill anyone? Well, stay tuned. He's going for an Aghanims.
Yeah, Armel's gone for the Spirit Vessel, though, so this is good.
That'll help.
They're still playing aggressive. They know they kind of have to. They want to use this first split and take down this tower, try and limit the area of the Alchem farm feeling safe. But here comes Savage again. Full of the creeps, not what he wanted.
Oop, chain on 2, Remnant back. He will get caught by an X, but pretty far behind the tower. And they will just settle to siege instead. Probably not a bad call from TNC. Here's the Brew split. It looks like they do want to try to commit for something. KP going in on the DJ, but not a huge amount of follow-up. There's the boat. Finally comes out with a call down, but the call down going to be off the mark, and Savage going in, just trying to focus this back line. Ice here as well. The Oracle's only level 5. No false promise. Fnatic not able to get these kills. Okay, Savage is back, and they find 2. Trying to finish him off. Kunkka, Torrent almost finds him, but no. They will have the damage from the back line. Now Moon laying into Tim's. Wisp is going to pop. No relocate out. Abed.
Oh, Ice. He smoked for the move speed to try and catch up to Armel.
Looks like he might do it. Buyback now from Tim's. Relocate coming in, and there's the save. Ice, ice, ice.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Look at this big brain play here.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, looks like it's not gonna matter too much unless his teammates want to TP in. Seems unnecessarily risky though. Oh, at least he had a ward with him. Unfortunately, he placed it right under a sentry.
Well, not terrible for TNC, but they don't really reclaim any momentum.
Dire's
And that whole exchange just works out pretty well for both Moon and Savage. A Crystallis out on Ember Spirit, first item. Damn, that's heavy.
Yeah, relatively low armor heroes. I mean, I guess I was up to 5 now. But the Oracle down is just 3 armor. You know, Gyros gets 16, and then everyone else is just kind of sad.
Yep, 6 on the Brewmaster, 5 on the Wisp, 12 on the Kunkka now. That's not awful. But this poor Oracle.
is under attack.
Worked out pretty well for TNC considering they didn't have False Promise. Definitely a game changer and Fight's future.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom
Aghanim's
tower
first
is
for
under
Gyro. Still 1,500 to go.
How are you feeling about the state of this game here?
Washed up.
I think TNC's chances are about 10%.
Radiant's
That what-
bottom tower is under attack.
Let's see.
And, according to Dota Plus, they're going
my God.
80-20, so I wasn't
That's pretty
far
bad.
off.
Can I just say shout out to the new Dota settings that says you cannot pause because I hit F9 instead of F8. I'm so glad they don't let me pause anymore.
Sir, wait.
Oh
This
no,
is the
Armel.
torrent. Relocate. They are going to get the fattest down. And maybe jabs. No. 23 Savage comes in. Does have a remnant. Should be fine. Oh. Caught by the X. Into a homing missile. Into a torrent. And they've got him. Savage.
You're a trusty
Yeah.
mate.
Oh, my.
So that started out awkward. I think Armel or Abed or Armel missed the torrent because he wasn't sure if they were going to fight. He thought that they were just going to wait it out. But then they were like, no, I'm going to relocate in. So that's why he threw out the torrent and ended up being too late for the Ice Ice Ice. But ended up working out for them, that's for sure. Now Armel's going to find Ice 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 again. But this time I don't think anyone's supposed to have to do anything.
I mean, he's got a Hooded Defiance. There was no
he's dead.
torrent to combo. Fortune's End going to cruise through. No Stampede either.
Well, I thought he was dead, but KP didn't rotate. I think he could just TP now.
That was my thought, but he's going to try to keep juking. Chops down a tree, and Ice 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 is down. They do, however, find KP on the other side. And looking for more. Savage connects onto March. And they're just going to leave
Oh
this
my
Oracle.
god, look how much damage he takes, dude.
Yeah.
Gets like 2 shot by this Ember.
Yeah. And the Ember is not even that big right now. I mean, he's fallen off net worth-wise compared to where he could have been from that last death, and he's going to have a Deso coming out before too long. Blink on DJ. Some big items for Fnatic.
Yeah, I saw he sold the Maelstrom queued up, and I wondered if he would just switch back to the Deso, because he's probably just feeling like that raw power against the Oracle. Just saying, okay, this is making the game pretty easy for my, my targeting heroes here. Like, Al can just stick on anyone he wants.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Moon's going direct into the heart here. No blinks, no BKBs, no mantos, no whatever.
I guess this is a game, though, where raw HP is pretty good. No Necro-like mechanic. Just needs to survive the quote-unquote burst from a Kunkka catch and Gyro. I'm going to keep going back to it, Trent. Their problem is how do they kill people? They get jabs here, but I think this is a great build for this specific game.
Need a super carry, the hyper carry. They need the rapier.
The rapier. Abed is going to go BKB first. He's a responsible boy.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Or what time in this game do you think rapier is going to come out?
42 minutes.
42. All right.
But I don't think we're going to make it there.
I'm with you. I'm going to go 35, but I also don't think we're going to make it there.
I think this looks pretty good.
The build
Side of
this
Fnatic.
game is BKB Rapier.
Top.
Yep. Armel. He's dead. Stampede.
Oh, they relocate right into the Willow.
Uh-oh. Oracle's here. Does save Tim's. Now Abed putting some damage into Savage. They'll join Ice Ice Ice. They destroy March.
You're a trusty
And
mage.
relocate out. Does keep the gyro safe.
Oh, no. KP, though.
Yep, Moon, he's got the concoction. She's charging up, and old KP gonna get put to rest. He does have a split, not gonna have time to use it.
He doesn't want to. He could have. But he knows that they need that split for the next fight. Can't waste it on surviving.
A tactful decision from KP. 9K net worth, now the favor.
That Deso's about to be done for 23 Savage, and then they can just Roche extremely quickly.
15 minutes has passed. Let's get some numbers.
All right, let's see this heart HP here. So he's 25-10. Now he's 30-60. Woo!
This is a big brain move from Moon. 1.09 Fnatic, 6.6 TNC. Sounds about right to me. That's the take map number 1. And Dota Plus. Hey, dude. I was right there. 88-12. I was just ahead of the curve.
Yeah, you knew. Well, turning this game around as TNC, it's possible, right? They have, as you said, this Alchemist, he has one Dispel with the ulti, right? Am I missing any? I don't think so. So, if they can get the Spirit Vessel on them, it is still an option.
Well, Lotus is coming for the Centaur.
Oh, that's good.
He's already got about half of it. So... Deso.
Roche dies way too fast.
Ember.
Thanks to Deso.
Yeah.
Straight to the bottom with you.
Like that halberd for Armel, but it's going to take him a hot minute. Can't imagine this pipe from KP is going to make much of a difference.
I'll tell you one thing. The reason this Tiny looked way better this game is because he accepted the fact that Tiny isn't going to play in the lane, and he's just going to go stupid creep cutting stuff and give his offlaner a good time and create enough space for himself by doing that too. Like,
Whoa,
DJ had an easy life. Nice split up there with the
dude.
with the toss, but they need to get this the catch onto Abed and they miss it.
All right. Well, still a pretty badass setup there from DJ. I was just going to say, he's just playing Tiny the way DJ likes to play heroes. The mind games. Sneaky sneaks.
Can we get a... No, never mind.
What? Do you need more
Nothing.
monster?
I do. Thanks, Monster.
TNC with some runes. They grab 3.
So the halberd has become extremely popular on Conquest lately. I mean, you look at the stats this item gives now; it's pretty insane. Not a particularly amazing game for it, unfortunately. Like the main hope would be trying to help shut down 23 Savage, I suppose, because I mean the Alchemist has a Radiance, so
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
it doesn't feel that great overall.
Alki is closing in on this assault Kuros.
DJ's sitting pretty dangerously mid, but I guess he's covered by jabs with the Will-O-Wisp if they need to. How's their high ground? Pretty bad if they wait split, eh?
Yeah. I mean, Gyro Kunkka, they're pretty good on high ground. They're good at fighting around choke points, but I don't know if it's enough.
Problem is they have to kill Savage twice.
Fnatic just has way better team fight. It's scary to be clumped up even if you have some advantages in a choke. They will use the split going in on the Alchemist. Coddle ult comes down, about to be destroyed, though it does get off another tick. Wisp in trouble. The burst damage not quite there, but they get March. He buys back, still has the false promise. Wisp also going to buy back, TP in. That'll be the Aegis, as well as jabs down. Moon taking a lot of damage, but this Alch might be too beefy. Boat comes in. Can they finish him off? BKB from Abed. They've got it. A surprisingly good fight for TNC. Savage trying to make it out. Homing missile going to chase him down. And they should be able to pick up this kill too. Slight almost grabbed the Wisp.
All right, so it cost him quite a few buybacks, but there's also some streaks in there. Abed's going to get the kill on 23 Savage for quite a bit of gold for himself there. 573. A lot of XP going their way. And you can see the damage not quite there from anyone but the Ember. Only 3k damage from the Alchemist throughout that engagement. Whereas they're kind of pumping out there from that gyro. That was a really good way that they target down like the Will-O-Wisp instantly. And it was only the gyro really inside. He got slept like once throughout that fight. KP, good split right at the beginning. Didn't get stunned up, helped control. And then the Spirit Vessel did help on the Alch. I saw the Lotus came in pretty late. Might have been like the second round of it or something. It might have been on cooldown, but they were able to burst down through the heart.
Yeah, it didn't feel like Jabs' ult did a huge amount there either, as you said. Kind of connected on the gyro, but big advantage for TNC to split things up.
It was a good use of the buybacks, right? Like taking a fight really close to your base. If that same fight happens like at the Roach Pit or something and you don't have the Shrine, then there's no way that comes anywhere close for a TNC.
They do stop the Aegis, so maybe that'll slow Fnatic down a little bit, but still pretty scary for TNC. If that happens again, you don't have those buybacks. You just get destroyed.
Timing.
And speaking of destroyed, Armel. Looking for an X play in the mid, gets caught by 5, and
That is like the worst feeling, dude. when you don't time your X right so that if you get Yules, you die. Oh, it's a big buyback to force. This like completely makes up for the last fight if they can force this buyback, because then if they can kill Armel again, the game's just over.
Yep. I mean, Fnatic has already farmed back whatever they lost in that last engagement, and now they'll get this tier 3, open up the mid lane, toss in from DJ. BKB from Abed ready, and I'll hold it for now. Great Coddle ult, though. They're not able to take it down. This Ember doing so much damage. Good save from March, but that's a 9-second BKB and the KP ulti. Fnatic just disengage. Big win to force out all those cooldowns. However, they don't get that Kunkka buyback they were hoping for.
I'm really impressed they held there. I thought when the gyro got stuck on that edge of the Will-O-Wisp next to everyone on Fnatic, he was going to be forced to buy back, but kept his cool. Oh, damn, that courier just got sniped.
Double damage on Ember, though. Another second left. Pretty long cooldown on that false promise. Still level 1. Now, Wisp Gyro are down bottom right now. They'll make it back. Completed Assault Cross on the Alchemist. So much minus armor now. Like tossing KP, no split. This Brewmaster in big trouble. He'll go down first. Buyback is available.
Boom's done.
Gyro
you
thinking satanic. It's not the item, Trent. It's not the item.
He kind of needs it.
Oh, he queued up the rapier. Look at that. He knows.
It's a tough call, though. Like, maybe if you can get the Aegis, you can get the rapier instead. But I feel like he needs the Satanic because he just gets chain stunned. He needs the stash resistance. There's so many stuns. We didn't really talk about that, but Fnatic just have stuns.
He does need the Satanic. You're not wrong. I definitely, I would buy these 2 items next. The order is hard to call. I don't know if he's going to make it to rapier if he goes for the Satanic. I think that's the big problem.
It's just hard to make that fight happen again without the buybacks.
Yeah.
Although they must be back soon-ish.
I mean, this game
3
could
minutes.
end soon. Look at how aggressive Fnatic are being. They're going straight for the structures. There is a glyph. Meanwhile, mid, Brewmaster stunned up. They're going in onto the Ember. Not enough damage.
That Glimmer saved him, I think. Savage is coming back in, though.
KP out of the base. Gets off the split. Boat onto Ice, Ice, Ice. Centaur maybe in some trouble here. Has Lotus. Has Pipe. There's the Ignis. This could turn bad for TNC. They've got 3 buybacks on their cores. Supports still on cooldown. Ice, ice, ice low. Abed in big trouble. BKB on, but he's just getting clicked by Moon, who's got a BKB of his own. Tims uses the gets a false promise, but it doesn't do enough. Buyback from Gyro and the Brewmaster, but TNC just getting ripped apart. They've got no answer for this Alchemist. Buyback from Armel now. This could be the final hold. BKB's expiring for Fnatic. And they're not going to stay for too long. Looks like they're going to try to make the retreat, or it's a fake back. Moon's still very healthy thanks to the heart. And he'll just stay in the front line. Combo from Armel on the DJ, but not enough follow-up for a kill. Follow-up now. Unstable Concoction. Abed. Well, they're surviving against the Alk, kind of. KP.
I can't do it.
He's raid boss status. They're hitting him, and he's just regenning fast, and they're doing goddamn damage.
It felt like that for the whole team, frankly. Like, they just were not taking down anyone from the side of Fnatic there. The Alchemist. That was a really good last pick.
Yep, it really was. A perfect read on the weakness of this TNC draft.
Their lanes were also really good because the way that that you know that the Ember and the Coddle's gonna have a good lane, but you can say the same thing about Io Gyro. Like, it's gonna be pretty decent, but they kind of circumvented that by just by pulling the creeps with DJ, right? He's just running around, he's moving the creeps through there, and so Ice gets that guaranteed farm. Now, unfortunately, they also tried that dive under the tier 1 tower. I like the fact that they were playing in between the tier 1 and the tier 2, but trying to dive under the tower versus double stun was a bit risky. So then they lose Tims, and then that gives some free XP fed over to the Centaur and the Tiny. So that was a bit bad. But they crushed the two side lanes, and the mid lane was kind of a wash. Like, the Kunkka sort of won, but at the same time it's Alchemist, so who cares?
Looking back, even though I kind of liked the Brewmaster in the moment, I think they needed an offlaner that had a little more burst potential so they could secure some of those kills. You have this Kunkka catch, you have an initial round of burst from the Gyro with call down, rocket barrage, whatever else, and then that was it. And 20 minutes into the game, it felt like that wasn't really enough anymore. Your two supports do no damn. You needed a Lion in here, somebody that could follow up and get those damn kills.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the answer was from the offlane there. They were in a bit of a tough spot coming in that late in the draft, and a lot of the good picks have been banned out. And then, we pointed to, like, the Mars maybe, but then Mars has his own problems, where if you're trying to arena, they could just, like, will-o-wisp over, whereas the Brewmaster's a lot more free-flow during the team fights, and it's a difficult hero to make work, there's no doubt. I mean, that's why a lot of teams aren't taking it.
Mars has damage, though. At least he can jump in and follow up the combo with a spear or pop his little... whatever it's called.
Yeah, but what if they just will-o-wisp you every time? Then what? Then your whole focal point of every team fight is unusable.
Well, yes, but it's still something that can add to the combo even without the arena. Brewmaster didn't add anything to their combo.
It was a bit rough, yeah, I would agree. I wouldn't have minded someone who could play a little bit better with like the Kunkka rotations early on for Armel to make life easier. So.
Yeah.
But either way, well-deserved win here from Fnatic. I mean, Ice, quite the kill score line here. 0, 1, and 20.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
A proper offlaner, I guess.
Yeah, that's nice. Really helping out the team here. 23 Savage dominated this game. His hero damage must be crazy. Yeah, 53,000 hero damage.
He did it right.
Is that more than the entirety? Oh my god. It's so close. It's like 41k between Abed and Armel.
I mean, look
45,
at that.
46.
Dude.
48. Dude, he almost outdamaged the entirety of TNC.
That damage output is brutal. Look at that stat. March with just about 5k, Tim's at 2, KP at 5.6. Between those three heroes, they did about 12k.
Yeah.
That is...
DJ Tiny did 11.3.
Yeah, dude. That kind of summarizes that game right there. All right, folks, we're going to take a break. We're coming back. Game number 2, Fnatic, TNC. Let's see if TNC can bring this one back.
Radiant victory.
Yo, shout out to This Is Jimmy watching right now, Trent. Old school
What's he saying?
2011 StarCraft 2 pro player, Twitch streamer extraordinaire, computer programmer. That's an OG esportser right there.
All right, you have my applause.
Woo! I feel old.
I'm sad I wasn't around esports for the StarCraft days. I came in like when it was just starting to wane down, and I just had never played or seen StarCraft before my entire life. But I still liked watching it. But it's kind of like how I think some people watch Dota. Like it made me like when I look back at that, I get people say like I don't really get Dota, but I watch it. I kind of felt the same way about StarCraft.
Yeah,
Didn't really get it. You know, I played RTSs before, but I didn't know any of the meta. But it was still fun to watch.
I mean, that was kind of what my appeal to casting StarCraft was after a while. You start to get the hang of it. But at the beginning, I didn't really know what was going on, but I still really enjoyed watching it and trying to figure out what was going on. My big regret from those days, I wish I was just more confident. I wish I could get into a time machine and smack myself and be like, dude, just go for it. Just say whatever the hell you want. People will respect you more. I was so afraid to not be accepted that I was this weird like parking meter that just walked around.
Someone says they're still disappointed about our inability to determine why Alk's that much better. And I have to put some brain power into this because I haven't put any brain power into it. So let's put some brain power into this, guys. Let's do some math.
So the conundrum here is, why has Naga's win rate gone down but Alchemist's win rate gone up
I have to reread the patch, too.
since the last change?
Da-da-da. I'm very open for an explanation. Definitely better, far better. Everyone else is comparatively making even less gold. Both Bounty Hunter and Alk win rates have gone up last 2 days. Let's see. So, gold bounties reduced by 10%. Affects buildings, lane creeps, neutrals, and heroes. Oh, so it's kills too. Okay, yeah, that's true. I actually didn't realize it was kills. And then kill streak gold's also reduced by 50%. So when you combine that, all kills are worth less. Okay, all right. That's
So
pretty
heroes
huge.
that spend more time ricing in the jungle.
I've lost 10%. Whereas Alchemist also loses that same 10%, and he still loses that same kill streak percent.
Well, but he doesn't lose 10% on Greevil's Greed. So doesn't that
No,
make
he doesn't.
So that makes him disproportionately better, since that nerf doesn't hit him quite as hard because Greevil's Greed makes up for it.
I guess the question is that the reason? Is that much better? I don't know. How much has win rate gone up by? Like 2%? 1 point. I mean, it's only gone up by like 1.3%.
Oh, Trent, join the lobby.
Oh, shit. My bad.
Apologize. Oh, second one. Apologize to March. I'm going to go grab some chocolate.
Okay, you go get some chocolate.
Dude, Easter.
Okay. I can get the brain power here, guys.
Choco lot.
Thanks for all the help, everyone. I think what else happened with the attributes no longer provide magic resistance and the spell amp and the movement speed? How does that help someone like Alchem Bounty? Doc really care about magic resistance? I guess that helps a lot, right? Like now there's not, because he does a lot of magic damage, and now there's not this random magic damage. Get less farm from last night to get the same bonus from greed. Yeah, true. Trent, where's Gabby? Why is Abbat standing? No clue. That's not meaning as much anymore. Heroes like Alk is better since he doesn't build a lot of stat items like Naga. Oh, that's a really good point. Yeah. I haven't been thinking about that either. Oh, God. Guys, Twitch chat is like crazy. It's like you guys are like this giant brainstorm, and you just like send a bunch of info to my brain. Oh, 5%. Oh no, someone failed the load, guys.
Oh, jeez Louise.
I have to look at... I guess I'm looking at the wrong part on Dota Buff. 5% is pretty fucking crazy. Pardon my English.
Is it racist to say pardon my French after cursing?
I don't think so. I mean, I speak French. Does that make a difference?
Well, I guess it wouldn't be racist either way because French isn't a race. It would be...
Linguist? Is that...
Yeah, it's something else. Culturist.
I mean, can it just be any language? I don't think it has anything to do with being French, does it?
No, it's just... Well, it doesn't matter what country you insert it with. It's the idea that all of our bad words come from some other language.
Is that what the joke is? I guess I never really thought about it.
Yeah, I think like say, oh shit, and then you go, oh, pardon my French. It's like, yeah, all those dirty words are French words.
Oh, I thought the whole joke was just like, oh, I meant something else. Like,
I think it's in poor taste. By the way, before that game started, I wasn't looking at my Discord. We freaked the hell out of our admin.
I know. Yeah.
He all
Poor drop
caps.
bear.
I can hear you. I can hear you on the schedule screen. He pasted that about 15 times, then tried to call me. And I didn't even notice. This is how sniff happens. What? Oh! Of course, we knew we were on. Poor Dougie. I'm cracking a monster, Trent. Monster Classic.
The classic, the OG monster.
The OG monster, dude. The big green. I bought a blue one, too. I don't know how much I like the blue one, though. And you know what my secret, my monster secret.
I do know your monster secret, but tell everyone else.
I mix it with water 50-50.
It's a pretty good secret. I'm sure, I think Monster would approve on long gaming sessions as well. I don't think they take that as an insult.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta stretch out your monster. You don't want to.
Yeah.
You don't want to drink a whole thing too quick.
You gotta
or-
stay hydrated so you can drink more Monster. You don't want to crash.
Yeah, dude, I want to ride the roller coaster. I mean, sometimes I do, but okay. I get this chocolate out of my mouth. Chocolate's an awful food to eat for casting.
Play the odd yet? Yeah.
We got the ad.
I'm gonna get some water.
Okay.
Radiant victory.
Loot Bet. Made for live betting.
Hey, gang. Welcome back to
Hi.
Game 2, Fnatic TNC.
Fnatic's turn.
I'm Zyori. That guy over there is Trent. We're feeling good. We're looking good. And we got a Dota game here.
Duder.
They're going to switch sides. TNC now on the Radiant.
TNC Predators turn.
They lost. If you're just tuning in,
They did. They
they got
lost
Alchemist.
real hard. Great draft from Fnatic, even without that Alchemist. I
Now,
like
can I
Fnatic's...
put forth a theory here?
Okay.
They're going to pick Meepo this game because they're
Who's
going to
they?
be mad.
Ban.
Hey, Gabby's back.
Whoa.
Ah. Wow. I thought Abed's going to be like, yo, come on, guys. Just give me Meepo. Teach it. Give him, we have 10th pick now. Let's get him. But TNC are more than happy to pick the Alchemist as well.
10 seconds.
Gotta be a little bit too busy to come hang with us game one, it seems. Now he's coming bail out his team in the next 2
5
games.
seconds remaining.
It's good that we can finally prove who's better, Abed or Gabby, in this empirical test. The question everyone has wondered.
Man, they really have been taking their time with the bans. Compared to yesterday, it felt like they were just boop, boop, boop. They knew exactly what they were taking out.
TNC Predators
And Fnatic
turn
does
to
think
bat.
on it and remove the Wisp. All right.
I will say I've been watching some TNC games over the past week, whenever I could get the chance, and the Bounty Hunter was crushing it for them. There's no question as to why everyone is banning this thing first, because they would just play it as 5 for March, and he gets a lot of value, man. He makes the 5 bounty look good.
10 seconds remaining.
I think in pubs the 3 bounty is probably the best, but I haven't gotten to watch too many pubs lately. I feel like he just kind of fits the pub play style a little bit better, but in a pro scenario, the 5 bounty seems really good.
He does a lot of damage,
Fnatic
surprisingly.
turn to pick.
We spent so much time seeing exclusively support bounty hunters that were annoying but couldn't really solo stuff. And now if you get like a quick deso on bounty, you can destroy people like Wisp.
Bounty was one of my favorite like snowballing heroes when I first started playing Dota. Like, I remember getting Deso for the first time on Bounty Hunter. It's like when you got it on Tusk or something in Turbo. And you just punch someone and you're like, oh my god, this seems broken.
5
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
Speaking of which, Tusk is still in. Have these 2 teams, they didn't pick or ban Tusk last game.
They're gonna
He's been
pick
one of the
Coddle.
most popular.
Whoa!
Whoa.
First pick Shadow Fiend
Did we have a disconnect?
into a first pick TA. No?
I mean, I've seen them first phase Shadow Fiend. I don't think...
Turn to pick.
Why are
Actually, they did first phase a Shadow Fiend this week when their one loss was a first overall pick Shadow Fiend into Earthshaker versus Geek Fam.
well,
I don't know if Fnatic really want to make this work or what.
why did both teams just first pick their mids?
Well, once the Shadow Fiend's picked, you definitely take TA. I approve of that,
10 seconds remaining.
right? 'Cause
I
now
mean-
like, why would you save it?
But okay, well we didn't even process what happened yet. Is there a world where this is a safe lane Shadow Fiend?
More like, is this a world where there's a gentleman's agreement or something? Because that TA was snap picked so fast, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it was like they knew, all right, guys, if they first pick Shadow Fiend, I know what I'm doing. Now, idiots, bam.
I mean, they've done the Coddle TA several times already, so it's not a
Right.
surprise. They like to open with this as their 2 first heroes, but once you see a Shadow Fiend, you definitely do it.
Yeah, okay. I mean, doesn't TA have a couple counters out there that she doesn't like playing against? Is safe lane SF that crazy?
Fanatics turn to bat.
Maybe not optimal, but now they grab
We saw it during the days of when everyone was playing like safe lane DK and stuff. There were a couple safe lane SFs.
Yeah.
So it's not completely out of the question.
It just opening with SF like that reeks as bait to me. That's where my head's at.
I love it. It's like we won game 1.
TNC
Open SF, go.
Predators turn to pick.
Now they got minus armor and they got Pango too, so some physical damage here.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to ban the PL in TNC.
Great ice hero, that Pango.
Well, I like Tusk now if I'm TNC, right? A Tim's hero that can gank mid.
Yeah.
Really make sure that there's not going to be an SF mid. Pretty much force him to the side lane if you pick Earth Spirit or Tusk.
I was going to say they could Earth Spirit too. That sounds pretty good. And they take
I guess
Shaker.
Shaker's fine too, frankly. He's like better team fight, but the Fisher can still do the same thing.
With Coddle, this feels pretty good. It helps some of your mana issues. Solid team fight, especially compared to what TNC had last game.
Feels like a good clockwork game.
So Twitch chat seems to think it is off lane Shadow Fiend for Ice. I
5
see
seconds remaining.
several people talking about that. So
Is that I don't know if they're joking. Has he been playing it in pubs?
they
I don't
haven't
see it
picked Pango yet on the stream, so we'll see how their attitude changes once the real Ice hero gets picked up. And hey, maybe it's a 4 Pango. Is this
Offlane, you noob. Wow, there is a lot. So he's been streaming SF offlane. Okay.
all right?
Relax. Oh, this is great.
Yes. You know,
Cats are
I am not
aware.
aware. I have not watched Ice Ice Ice's stream in the last week. I apologize for that, folks.
Of course, again, this is before they see the Pango. But I look forward to it.
I'm curious. I mean, that adds a lot more weight to it. If it's this curveball, you genuinely don't know where it's going. Makes it harder for TNC to adjust. If it's a 3 Shadow Fiend, do you regret picking this TA? What would you say is the best TA counter mid? If it is a 3 Shadow Fiend.
I mean, it's got to be like Viper, Huskar, or probably it's just Viper or Huskar. Probably Huskar. You had to pick one.
I think Huskar is pretty top tier. Viper's all right, but he's meh. Enigma now for TNC. They are swinging the pendulum the other way in terms of no team fight into maximum team fight.
My favorite chat comment now is Caster's talking nonsense. Offlane SF? Question mark. Well, cool guys. I really hope he plays it offlane. I still feel like it probably won't be at this point.
So what?
But
I mean, what's
I
so
hope
good
so.
about offlane Shadow Fiend?
TNC
Is it just because you can nuke waves? Oh, okay.
I mean, I would see it as like an aura builder, probably, right? He like starts out with really good auras.
I mean, yeah, sure. He can buy aura items, yes, as can every other offlane hero. I mean, I guess Presence of the Dark Lord is cool as an offlane mechanic, but
10 seconds remaining.
all right, Alki round 2. What do you think? Is this a good Alchemist pick, Trent? I'm going to eat another chocolate egg in celebration of this Alchemist because it's going to be a long one. I need a little sugar pick-me-up. Hit me with it. Is this going to be another winning ticket? Is this a Moon hero? Or is this the 23 Savage hero?
Probably Moon, I would guess. Unless they are doing the SF mid. But it seems at this point that we're committing to the SF offlane with the Pango support, more than likely. So yeah, I think that's Moon. Is it a good out game though? They're very passive, right? They went for the Enigma, and so they can kind of answer that with the Alchemist by saying, "Oh, okay, you have like passive supports. Like Earthshaker and Enigma get played together a lot because the Shaker can like pull back the lane, and the Enigma can pull back the lane with the Eidolons, and so Shaker can like roam a lot and try and get kills. Getting kills on the Alch isn't the easiest in the mid lane because he can just like go jungle quite a bit, but it's definitely still doable. I think the Alch looks pretty good here because again, passive Dota. They need some other like really fast hero or something at a position 1, but that feels kind of awkward for TNC.
But maybe still possible. I
Feels
think
like a Slark
game
game or
1
something.
was a better Alch pick in terms of I couldn't even really visualize a world where they could shut down the Alchemist. And this one, now TA has a lot of burst. She can pop off, and if you can intercept him in the jungle, you've got heroes that can actually roam and set things up now. Not a bad Alchemist game, but it's not a god tier Alchemist pick, I'd say. I like the Morphling ban. He could have been pretty scary.
Copies the auras, right? From the Shadow Fiend or the Radiance from the Alch.
I guess Chen is a pretty good ban from TNC as well. I don't really know what Fnatic want here. They have so
never
much
mind.
flexibility in these lanes.
Thinking Darkseer.
5
sorry, what?
seconds remaining.
You think Fnatic's going to pick Darkseer? Is that what you just
No,
said?
I was thinking about how the Morph could copy the aura from the SF, and then I was thinking about the Alchemist too, but the Alchemist is the Radiance item. You can't get it that way, you know what I'm saying?
I think they're going to pick a 1 here.
TNC Predator turn
The Pugna.
Well, okay. Where will Pugna lane? All right, this is my guess, Trent. 3 Shadow Fiend, 4 Pangolier, 5 Ogre, 2 Alchemist, 1 Pugna. That's what I'm going with.
I feel like
Thoughts?
the Pugna is probably mid versus the TA, and it's safe lane Alch.
10
But I
Potentially.
guess TA should do really well versus Pugna, right? Unless there's something I'm missing with refractions, TA should be able to like completely
5
ignore it.
seconds
So
remaining.
now I'm not sure. I guess it should be Alch mid, and the Pugna safe lane seems kind of weird.
It is
What's
a
the
little
point
weird,
of the Pugna?
but he plays really fast. He dumpsters lanes. You can push in that tower really quickly. He needs early farm. He scales okay. It's dual. I like that they pick up a hero that lets them push. You got the farmers.
trying to think how TNC plays around Roche right now. Because like there's this timing with the TA that they could try and hit, or they go for like this late game scenario, but then you're playing late game into Alk and there's a weird SF. Feels like how can you punish the Shadow Fiend as well when you have to keep it light?
They need like a position 1 DK here. Something that goes
they need like a
ultra fast.
You may now select your
Okay,
hero.
what the fuck is happening? All right, let's look
All
at
right.
some odds. Good luck, Loot Bet.
is this what I was gonna say, who's playing one and who's playing mid? They're gonna wait, dude.
Wow, look at Fnatic with the big brain plays. All right, map 2 winner.
Wow, guys, who would have thought? It's Jab's Ogre.
2.02 for TNC, 1.74 for Fnatic. Folks, get out there. 1.7 for Fnatic. That's the best you're going to get in this series, hands down.
Well, as far as I can tell, guys, this is indeed the professional debut of the SF offlane. Congratulations, Twitch chat.
10 seconds.
You
It
did it.
happened. You were here to witness.
Twitch chat, you sniped it. You know, now you're going to have this memory for the rest of your lives. You're going to be telling your kids, your grandkids, about that time you saw Ice 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 train position 3 Shadow Fiend, and these dumbass North American castards had no clue.
Who sleep during a stream?
How dare they sleep before the broadcast? This is a treasure. This is our gift to you. Happy
You're
whatever's
welcome, guys.
going on right now. Do you think TNC have a chance? Because I think Fnatic straight out drafted him here. Assuming this off-lane Shadow Fiend is not a complete joke.
I think it might end up being a bit of a complete joke because Gabby's just going to get chakra'd, and I think he's just going to keep spearing him. And I mean, I have to see how this Shadow Fiend works because, as we've confessed, we obviously have not watched Ice play it. I don't even know what his build is. I guess I should look up his Dota buff.
I also
But
don't think it matters that much. I think the Alk and Pugna will be able to drive this game. TNC don't have a traditional carry. They're all in on this TA taking them late game. And like they don't want to go late game, and they don't have heroes to push and close it out. So what is the window in which TNC have a win condition? That's not rhetorical because I genuinely don't see it.
That's no good.
All right. Let's get some overlays.
Hey, everybody.
Prepare for battle.
Hey, everybody.
I'm asking chat what his build was because his Dota buff's hidden.
I saw that
Oh.
ending from miles away.
Guys, it is not a carry Earthshaker. I know. Now, y'all got big heads now. You called the Shadow Feed. You're like, you bozos, it's a 1 shaker. It is a Tim's shaker. I don't know. I just don't know.
Played it in a pro game already? Look it up. Really? I didn't see it in any pro games.
Did I do that?
Can
Unless
you-
they mean the show match. He might have played in the show match they did.
Oh, well. I guess that counts as an official.
Some guys say mech.
So what do you think? I mean, Mech Shadow Fiend was a pretty classic build for a while there when he went mid. It's not a bad item on SF. Guardian Greaves gives you survivability. You got big damage. I'm excited. So hit me with the analysis for TNC, though. Am I crazy? Like, when do they pop off here? What's the window where they're supposed to have an advantage in this?
I mean, that's why I'm trying to ask the chat. I want to know what his build is. That's why I was trying to ask chat. But
What do you mean? Who gives a shit? What I think
Well, it kinda
Ice Ice
matters
Ice.
what he built. Don't you think it matters what he builds on the SF? To see
No.
how this thing plays.
I don't think it matters at all. I think
I
he
assume
can
he builds
buy
Greaves.
whatever he wants, and Fnatic can win this game regardless.
Really? You think it's that good?
Again, what is the window in which TNC? I don't think the Shadow Fiend is that good. I think the whole draft from Fnatic. They
I think
clearly
Fnatic-
win the late game.
I think Fnatic just lose lanes. I think this SF probably has a rough time.
Well, just clear out the jungle. He's just going to pull creeps from under the tower, clear out the jungle.
What are we laughing about?
You got Pangolier. Look, he's got an Orb of Venom. He's ready to set up some slows for easy raises all day. It sounds like you want to place a wager here, Trent. Sounds like you don't believe in the Ice 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 Shadow Fiend, and I do.
Well, I don't believe in the laning stage of the Shadow Fiend hero versus someone that... Because, like, they didn't pick a real carry, right? They picked a Mars because they just wanted someone that could, like, spam spells and kill this SF over and over. The way I see it is that he's just going to, like, arena this SF 7 times, like, in the mid-game, and his life's going to be really sad.
But yeah, but he's the 3. Then Alchemist and Pugna are going to come in and clean up. Ice 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 can be sad if he's making his teammates happy.
That's true. I mean, he can be sacrificial. But usually when you play a sacrificial hero, you offer some value after.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't know what the SF's going to offer. Kind of my question. Is it, you know, just the aura?
Well, so,
is that enough?
So mid does take the Pugna mid. So
Yeah.
Pugna TA, this should be a wash, I would guess. I don't think Armel will completely destroy him.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how bad it would be, because, like, you can't really deal with Refraction as Pugna. Because, I mean, I've seen this matchup a lot of times, but I never really paid super close attention to it, to
The
be honest.
decrep is real annoying, though.
Yes. I mean, that's the big thing that the Pugna has going for him.
So in
But
the
he
top
can't really
lane, Alk is going to be just fine. Enigma's defensive. He's going to deny some stuff, but they're not going to kill him too easily. So, I don't know. Break even mid, you win top. Ice 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 doesn't have to win the lane down here.
Dude, this Blightstone is so much value. The Enigma. You, like, hit someone, and then all your Eidolons get the minus armor on them. Not really an item, because everyone used to have to go the Bassi all the time. I mean, Ice hasn't died bottom yet, and they've had Spear for a while, so I would consider this already a pretty good start, frankly. Because I would think that the second you had Chakra and Spear, it was going to be a sad time for a Shadow Fiend.
Well, you still got to land the spear, though. I mean, Coddle doesn't really offer
that's
any
what I
kind
mean,
of
'cause
setup.
Look how they're manipulating the creep wave. Now things are a little bit dicier, but Ice is just like constantly pulling the creep wave and playing as far away from Gabby as he can. So as you said, they don't have a natural setup, but you know, when you can just freely spam Spear, it can be a little bit scary, but they're just keeping his distance really well.
Yeah. It will be interesting to see how the Mars does scale. Because he is getting a lot of farm. That is one thing Ice 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 can't do, is deny the farm from Gabby. And Mars with like an early Deso, he hits pretty hard. He's got a window. Mid lane, pretty even. Moon is winning right now, mostly in the deny battle. But getting
I think
whomped.
his net worth will start to suffer soon, though, because he's going to have to buy regen, right? Because he can't, like, reduce Armel's HP at all.
Dude, those side blades. Yeah, I think you're right. It will start to tip in favor of TA. Maybe until level 6. I guess that's when Pugna starts to get some options.
So one
forget
problem,
Pugna-
though, is that TA doesn't have anyone who can stack for her, because the Coddle's, like, busy this whole time dealing with DJ and also trying to help threaten Ice 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 by being there for, like, chakras and stuff on the spear. And the other hero's a Shaker. So Tim's has been stacking, like, one at a time, but he's not, like, a super value stacker, you know?
He ain't no Shadow Demon. You're not
At
wrong.
least he's got something going for him. He's actually gotten them on every minute, so I can't really complain.
Yeah. I think Moon's doing fine. And don't forget, Pugna was changed not that long ago now, where the life drain has a lower cooldown at level 1.
Yeah, it's basically no cooldown. We're from 22 to 7.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, he gets 6.
So I
Pretty
think at
fast.
level 6, Pugna actually is better off against TA now than he was before.
Yes, that's true.
Just has to get there. And we're coming up on 5 minutes, no first blood. I think that definitely favors Fnatic.
Yeah, because you would have expected that there would have been like some moment where Moon might have decrept to try and force a deny, and then directly after the Fisher comes through, and you just die. But Pims has been busy doing the stacking instead. They're focusing more on that like mid-game timing rather than trying to just like brute force kills. Moon gonna get forced off. He really wants this bottle filled, but can't get it. So finally, after all this, he does get punished for all the damage he's taking mid. Gives him one more decrep to pull the wave off.
3 for TNC. Pretty nice against the Alchemist. Gotta prioritize those runes. Ice 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 with the Soul Ring coming out. Does get blocked, and that's a combo right there. Fissure, Spear.
I mean, honestly, dying at 5.5 minutes is impressive. I can't believe he lasted that long.
And Tim's rotated from top. So it's not even like it was the standard lane. They had to pull another hero. I think Ice is doing just fine right now. Looking at net worth mid, you're absolutely right. Armel, nice advantage over the Pugna, who's had to buy a little more regeneration. Picked up boots now.
6-minute rune also secured here. Oh, well, we'll see. Tims and Jabs duking it out. And it's top. Classic. Every time, dude. All right, they got a ward on her farming this camp. Jabs wants some XP. Gonna wall himself over here.
He's gonna try. Nice fissure.
Gets fissured. He's still stealing all this XP right now. He's still in range.
Okay. It's hard to visualize.
Oh, yeah, level
but
3.
It's level 3.
Oh, Jabs, yes. And look, they're like, okay, he's got a ward here somewhere.
A lot of action mid now. DJ also rotating in. TA getting down low. Does get off a refraction. Fissure breaks things up. DJ going to be in some trouble. Ooh,
hey,
nice
that cooldown is insane. That's crazy. He just used it aggressively and then was able to defensively now save his diving support. Mm-hmm. I also can't believe that Armel survived there. There were so many instances of damage between the Ignite as well as the Pugna ulti and the Pango.
It was a good fissure. Ice. Doing just fine down bottom. Mars obviously ahead of him, but not by that much. 32-10 on the Shadow Fiend, 40-3 on the Mars. Things are leveling out here, Trent.
Yeah, I hope this is like I saw people mentioning that he's been doing like mech and stuff, which makes sense as to how I guess you would play it out of the off lane, but like the Fado mech, right? That was a classic. Remember when Fado would build like mech on OD? Good times. He made that item look so broken. I guess because it was kind of broken. But now Ice probably going to get a kill here. He gets speared back. He doesn't want to feed to him, but yeah, he'll take it with the last raise. And then simultaneously, RML makes the rotation top, and they drop the black hole for the Alchemist kill.
All right.
Obviously, a pretty good trade for Fnatic in that sense. You'd rather... Or sorry, I meant for TNC in that sense. You'd rather be killing the Alchemist right now, try and slow him down, as well as getting that gold on your TA.
Yeah, definitely.
But both teams successful rotations.
But it is also scary that Ice is going to start to pull ahead of the safe laner, and he can play that quote-unquote carry role with this hero. You know, the next 5-10 minutes, he can either farm up real heavy or start participating in team fights.
Oh, DJ's dead, though.
Show off some of that burst.
Oh, maybe not. He managed to get back in the trees. Gabby TP'd up here immediately after his death to the outpost. And I thought DJ was going to leave, but he spotted them and was able to hide back in the tree line. Still a bit tough. The Midnight Pulse won't find him quite yet. All right, team.
Oh.
Will you TP to help your level 4 Pango? The answer is no.
I think Fnatic's probably pretty happy with Gabby starting to move around.
Bottom. Oh, March got out, though.
Position 1 Mars. Yeah, they'll definitely take this race of who's going to push towers faster. You got a level 7 Pugna. He actually does not have maxed out Nether Blast. He went for that 3rd point in Decrep. But they do push fast enough that they'll go tier 1 for tier 1.
I think I would consider the Mars a failed pick at this point. I think only having 1 kill assist, or well, 1 assist at this point is just like not enough. I think this guy, the reason they picked Mars, I would say, was that they thought they were going to be able to just like hardcore pressure the lane, get a bunch of kills, start rotating right away with like first arena and kill the enemy mid, stuff like that.
I mean,
and right now Gabby's hitting neutral creeps one at a time in the jungle.
I mean, they could have if Tim's was parked bottom, but I don't know how you can expect a Mars to just keep hitting chain spears with only a Coddle in his lane. That's a pretty god tier Mars play if you can do that.
Well, I think that's what they expected. Otherwise, I don't think this pick's very good.
Well, I don't get it then. He doesn't need a setup, but it makes a big difference.
I feel like you're underestimating Spear. It's not that hard to hit. But the thing is, usually you need to force the laning. Anyway, mid lane, Armel.
He's good. Just walks away. They don't have enough stun. Alk's still a no concoction. Understandably so. You know, maybe this is one of these dynamics where you're underestimating and I'm overestimating. You know, we're both too far on the extreme.
We're outestimating each other.
Hence the disagreement.
Dead.
DJ.
Oh, the guy lost.
Well, Moon might get the recovery kill. Not quite. Tim's is here also.
Oh, where's Tim's tome, dude? Oh, no.
Dude, this reduced life drain is so nasty. They
Tome's
can't touch
coming.
Moon right now. Easy kill on Tim's. Down bottom. Ice, ice, ice. Caught by the Ignis and a double damage TA. Easy setup there. So 1 for 1. Another favorable trade for TNC.
The voice lines. Hey, they rotate DJ mid. DJ has the ultimate ready, but Gabby will just walk away. I tell you, when this Deso comes out, they're going to be looking for some hardcore aggression at this point. I think they need to like drop some mad arenas outside of TNC.
It is going to be the mech on Shadow Fiend. And earn for Enigma. Very nice against both the Alchemist and the Pugna.
Yeah, they don't really have another Spirit Vessel builder, do they? Kind of falls on KP this game.
Savage clearing out some Ancients. About to get that Radiance. Well, needs to finish up the recipe, but Heart queued up after that. So looking at pretty much the same build we saw last game. Radiance Heart into AC. TNC have definitely done a good job preventing the Alchemist from completely balling out of control. Not the best timing on this Radiance for an Alchemist.
Isn't it? I feel is it faster than last game?
No.
I thought it was.
Definitely not. Well, okay. The last 2 minutes have been a game changer. He's just been stacking Ancients over here. So.
All right, you got that 13 minutes last game, so it looks like it's probably just going to be pretty close.
Okay. All right.
Smoke
well,
up here.
Before I
Making
saw
space.
these Ancients, I was thinking it'd take a little bit longer, but having some stacks to rely on definitely
March.
makes things easier. March,
You're dead.
an untimely demise. DJ with the swashbuckle. I always forget the name of that spell.
All right, Armel's double melting in the pit, though, after that smoke gank fought him.
Ooh, with the Deso.
Gabby's going to tank it up just to prevent the bashes at this point. Try and speed this along as fast as they can. And they should be okay.
They
Heroes
kill
aren't
it.
really showing anywhere else, though, so it might be tipping off the side of Fnatic.
They kill it pretty darn fast. Even if Fnatic gets suspicious.
They're getting worried. They're throwing out the scan. Tim's is just going to face check now, because he knows they're not directly there, so he can get himself a little bit of vision.
I mean, I don't know if
That ward on the
Fnatic
high
even
ground.
saw the Deso on TA, so it makes that timing a little harder to sniff out.
I don't think fighting in there would go that well for them either. Their best hero is probably DJ at this point, but the Radiance wasn't done yet, so I don't know if you really want to commit your alch to that. Plus, like, how much of a difference does this Aegis really make?
That's a good point. Well, Armel's going to walk up to the high ground, bump into a few. Obviously, some great synergy with Decrep and Shadow Rays. Not enough for the kill, but that right there, pretty indicative of the point you're trying to make. Does it really change that much? They can absolutely just kill TA twice.
They do have lockdown issues still, though. I mean, I guess, like, you could say that if they manage to kill her once with the Aegis, the come-up will still be a little bit difficult afterwards. Like, Fire Blast is 8 seconds, and then if the Pango ulti's over, that's kind of it.
Dude, speaking of Fire Blast, look at the build that Jabs went for. 4-1-1, just got the second point in Ignite. He's making you proud.
Yeah, I like this build. The way to go.
Deej. Rolling Thunder, just spinning in
one
circles.
more?
He's just doing donuts. Okay. Well, 5-man action mid from TNC. I'm sorry, 4-man action. Earthshaker still up top.
Oh,
Ice,
gonna
ice,
drop the
ice.
Ignis again on ice.
Caught by the Ignis. Now the Arena. This is a nice setup here from TNC. They'll get 2 out of it.
Oh, wow, chat. How can I be so foolish to discount the offlane attack? Sorry, had to take a jab.
I mean, that was just awkward positioning. They knew that TNC were pushing up aggressively with the Aegis, and they still hung around. Peculiar.
Space. It's all space, right?
Yeah. I mean, it kind of
doing
is.
his thing.
Alk accelerates so much more quickly than
Oh, he's
TA.
getting black hole here.
Oh, Savage. What are you doing? Savage, you knew they were mid. You just saw your buddies die right here. Ah.
Nice spear. I thought they'd have the black hole, but Gabby got the angle on the Fisher.
But seriously, what was that, dude? He just walked into their team.
I think he thought the same thing, where it's like, well, like my teammates can TP. He's pretty close to the base. I'm really tanky.
But like, this is kind of the only play for TNC right now. They're going to catch another initiation. It's a 5v3. Fnatic still taking this fight as the Shadow Fiend gets pinned, but does pop off an ultimate, and that helps reset things a little bit. Without Moon or Alchemist, I don't know why Fnatic are still going into this fight.
Yo, you see Tim's right there? That's pretty sick.
I mean, this is the only play for TNC to make that Aegis matter. Just 4 or 5 man down, take some towers with this Desolator, try to get TA over the hump to her next item. And Fnatic just played right into their hand. It seems like completely underestimating TNC's ability to group up and shut them down like this.
Yeah, and they still have black hole here.
I mean, look at Savage. He does dodge the spear. Very nice there, but black hole coming. KP's ready. Not going to use it as he sees DJ off to the side.
Yeah, he doesn't want to risk the silence.
But still, they could turn DJ down. Moon up on the high ground, though. Coddle with the ultimate. Going to knock Moon into a bad position. He'll get stunned up by Spear. The 5-man from TNC dominating on Fnatic right now. Dude, Fnatic are tossing this shit. This is making me angry to watch. I'm having flashbacks to pubs.
I realize I just said silence the stun. Anyway. Ooh. Yeah.
I mean, if Fnatic want to fight them, I don't think it's the right play, but you can at least take a fight as a group. You know, use your Rolling Thunder to initiate. Dude, they're just running at him so arrogant in these little 2v4, 3v4 exchanges. They are not respecting the power of the TA this early on with a blinked SO.
It's definitely feeling a little bit clowny. There's no doubt about that. I mean, TNC are just kind of flow-charting their way around. They're just going from like tower to tower, pushing things in.
Right. I mean, this is very predictable with the kind of draft they have. They know they can't go late. This is their only option.
Gabby stepped it up, though. I was really getting worried about this Mars pick, but the arenas have been pretty good. He's getting the right targets, that nice spear to finally bring down Savage when it mattered.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And KP, again, is still holding the black hole, too. What's really nice about this arena is that it's like such a low cooldown that he kind of sets up for the 2-man. If they don't have enough damage to kill after, you can just follow up with the black hole.
Yeah. They've got like the triple bubble with the Black Hole, Arena, and the Ignis. The team fight
Yeah, that's another thing. We mentioned it a couple times, but March just like constantly dropping the ulti on one target. It's fine. Like if you just kill this SF, like that's okay. He's the mech carrier.
For
going
sure.
for a medallion next, so some more aura / armor items.
Oh, these Will-O-Wisps have been fantastic.
They do have the 10-second BKB now on Savage, though.
Okay.
But they are some beefy heroes. Now, mind you, Radiance is also just straight up better now, I guess, right? Because these strength heroes won't have that additional magic resistance anymore. It's a pretty big deal for someone like Shaker and a Mars.
Very true. And he has switched up the item trajectory. It looks like he might go for AC instead of the heart first. So switching it up a little bit now that his farm's been slowed down.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to like help keep everyone else alive. Because he knows they're going to have to 5-man to fight TNC, so it's like, do I buy heart for myself or do I buy AC for my team?
Well, one tier 2 tower remaining. The question is, can TNC actually break high ground, though? That's a whole different beast compared to these outer towers. And they are pretty pressured to keep up this momentum. That's what's scary. They've got the lead right now. Hanging on to it is going to be tough. BKB on TA is huge, though.
Yeah. That's the high ground item for sure. Then the high ground fight itself will be mostly dictated by probably DJ, frankly. He's trying to get himself a basher right now.
I mean, it'd be great if he could finish it.
It's
going to take a while, though. Especially with Alchemist, Shadow Fiend, Pugna. That's 3 vacuums in terms of farm on the map.
I wonder why he didn't go Blink. I mean, the Vlad's is very valuable for sure. I like that. But I feel like his ultis are so important because they have such minimal stuns.
Blink now on KP. It's coming out on the courier. And they are smoked up, so Fnatic might get caught unaware. KP gonna go in, and there it is. Perfect reveal of the Blink Dagger into a black hole freebie onto Savage. Beautiful setup from TNC.
Can they get out of it is the question. How much of this? Oh, yo, the instant aggression on the moon. All right, that was hype.
All right, they got one. They want more. Now Jab's low. Focusing on the Ice. The follow-up Ignis. He's going to go down. 3 cores dead. No buyback. TNC have answered our question. They can break the high ground indeed. It's just DJ left. Does get March. That's a cute little play right there. A 2 for 4 so far. But no way this Pangolier going to survive. Just trying to make as much space as he can to hold this high ground. Now what's the play for Fnatic? You use some buybacks.
I can get exactly the head of Fnatic there. They were sitting there thinking, okay, guys, we're fine. We're just going to kill the next creep wave. And TNC were like, all right, they're just sitting on the high ground right now about to try and nuke this wave. And Gabby just dove.
Yeah, it caught him off guard, and it was a great play. 1 buyback used. It's just DJ. They're going to try to chase down Gabby. And TNC not going to have any way to save him. They'll have to let this go. And they don't really... Okay, they get the tier 3, so they do technically break high ground. They don't get any barracks. 5K net worth lead for TNC. Impressive stuff.
It's that constant pressure, though, as you said before. Just like you really don't want to let up on an ALK lineup. Although they are starting to get to the point where so many of these Radiant heroes are so farmed that a 1 Alchemist and the rest of his allies falling behind.
Yeah.
Probably not going to do enough to carry this game.
And Armel didn't even use his 10-second BKB in that fight. So he's halfway now to an MKB. I like this build. Just big damage to blow up the ALK.
Fnatic are going all in here because there's no Echo and there's no Black Hole. So there's also no Ignis for another 15 seconds. They're just trying to find this moment where they can fight. Gabby's coming with the arena, and they're not doing this fast enough, even with the medallion.
All right, let's see. Armel may be in trouble. Still has that BKB. Savage pops his. So much lockdown from DJ. That's a big streak down. 10x. 700 gold nearly for DJ. No buyback on the TA. But Fnatic will move out of the pit. Not feeling confident committing there without the Rolling Thunder. However, they do smoke on the high ground.
Oh, the Eidolon. Oh, but it's being burnt. They know they're there. Now he turns off the Radiance.
See if they notice. 35 seconds on the TA. This is probably worth a buyback if she had the gold for it. So Fnatic may be a bit more comfortable now. Roche very low, 1,000 HP as TNC look to make the move. Blink Dagger broken on Tim's. Can he get in there in time? Ignis Fatus comes down. The blinded ALK trying to chop away. He will finish it off. Roshan finally falls. Dire. No, Radiant get the Roche, but Aegis goes to Savage. Technically a snatch. Tim's gets brought down. Now the arena, purely defensive as TNC retreat. A victory for Fnatic, but still nice for TNC that they were able to snipe that last hit on Roche.
Yeah, Moon used the Aether Lens cast range so he could just force him out. He like instantly force-staffed Tim's the second after he echoed. So he didn't have time to grab the Aegis.
Oh. Gotta refresh our odds here. You've been pretty...
Oh, Black Hole, by the way.
Pretty lacking on these 15-minute reminders.
KP got mad. Sorry, the games have just been so exciting.
Oh. 5.4 for Fnatic, 1.13 for TNC. Oh, buddy. We got some value bets.
I don't believe. I think TNC still got it.
I think TNC have a good chance, but I don't know. 5x is still pretty scary for an ALK draft.
He is Aegis and Cheese. So there's, yeah. It's kind of a kill all the allies scenario here for TNC. Just like get all of his support staff gutted and then go after the ALK.
I certainly think TNC have a strong chance. Let's see what Dota Plus thinks. 75% for TNC.
That's pretty fair, I think.
Yeah, that's probably about how I'm feeling.
Oh, the orb, though. Okay. Nice. Good neutral item find here from Ice. Helping out the team.
To ditch that arcane ring.
Oh, yeah, he sent it home. He's keeping the ring.
Dire's
Oh, spider legs, though. Nasty. That's a shaker item, I think.
And an orb picked up for TNC now.
Shaker or Enigma, I guess. He had BKB. I feel like the spider legs are better. Okay, yeah, he sent him home. Because KB put them in his inventory. It's like, I don't know, dude. I don't think you're going to get to keep those.
I mean, isn't having Orb of Destruction on a TA lineup just that dice roll when you pick TA? It's like, please tier 3 items. Please tier 3 items.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, they have a lot of good items. I mean, she wants the sliver. They've got the orb on the Mars. All right, some help versus the mischance. Here's the MKV versus the Radiance.
Well, just additional burst, grabbing the nullifier after that. Really like this TA build.
Oh, I didn't notice he had the Paladin sword for the Alk. That's good.
Oh, yeah. Regen
With
buff.
his heart, too, if he finishes that. Although, it looks like he's gone off it again. Now he wants the Abyssal. KP. Oh, it's going to be close.
Close.
Point one.
Oh, they've got him. Good old Rolling Thunder.
Dude, DJ's carrying so hard right now. From the chain stun on RML and now getting these pickoffs on the side lanes.
bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, that chain stun on Armel was pretty perfect.
Yeah, that was like they have no stuns. They have Ignite. They have Concoction, but no, sorry, not Ignite. They have Fire Blast and Concoction, but in reality, it's all DJ.
He still has a 10-second BKB.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Tier 2 tower
Let's
down.
do our Nullifier refresher here, guys. It's currently what's queued up for RML. So these days, it dispels the target and applies a debuff for 5 seconds.
Oh,
They're fighting.
mid lane. Damage onto DJ. They'll pop him.
Oh.
They also
much of a
use
carry?
the Requiem.
Back to Nullifier Education. Dispels the target and applies a debuff for 5 seconds. You got him, Gabby, I'm sure. Continuously dispels. Anytime they're attacked, it's slowed by 80% for 0.5 seconds. And it applies a basic dispel. Wowzers. No more muting. You
So
still
it's-
use your items.
It's kind of like Shadow Demon ult.
Oh, Moon. Gets
Oh,
caught
they're
up by a Fisher.
They're going to find that Pugna. They got him. Okay, couple of pickoffs for TNC, and they draw a line right across mid up towards Savage. Looks like they won't really get any use out of this Aegis. It's going to expire pretty soon. TNC hanging in there, but does feel like they've lost some of that momentum. You look at the graph and things have slowed down quite a bit. They're going to try to seize the day and take this window. Kill on Savage would be huge. Blink on Gabby to set it up. They need some follow-up, though. Fnatic have support. Fissure to block him out. Still 10 seconds on that Pugna. No buyback. DJ comes leaping in. Black
this is
hole
all for
BKB
Aegis.
from Gabby. They've got him. That's Savage down. Tim's, he's going to survive as DJ rolls away. No buyback on the Alchemist. The big kill they needed. Great setup.
That was the timing, dude. Because he had Aegis, right? I'm not crazy. They just caught him with the
No.
end of the debuff.
They straight up killed him as it was expiring. That was
Oh my god, that's awesome.
that was fantastic.
I just looked at his inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 40 seconds ago. Yeah. Nicely done. Good timing on that gank.
TNC finding a way to stay in this. But again, hard to break the high ground. Pretty good high ground defense heroes from Fnatic this game. All four of them
man.
except Ogre really good at that high ground choke.
He got so baited into holding his BKB there. Like, that timing was so tough. It's like, do I want a BKB? Like, I guess he should have probably predicted that his Aegis was running out, but obviously that's so hard to keep track of in a game. It's so much easier when you're the team trying to kill the guy with the Aegis. You know what I mean? Like, you have that perfect second ready and you're all synchronizing, whereas when you're the guy with the Aegis, you're not really thinking about it.
Absolutely. Now, Armel, he's queued up a Hex instead of this Nullifier. I like
Yeah, I was kind of curious, because the nullifier is good versus the decrep, right? That's basically the big thing. But now he's basically saying, okay, well, maybe I'll just focus the Pugna first.
It's also pretty big damage, too, if you just want your
Also
TA.
BKBs, right? So
TA right-click to keep rolling. But this gives them some extra catch. Smoke up behind Ice 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 for Fnatic. Refresher Orb out on the Enigma. Things heating up. 7K net worth lead for TNC. Fnatic up against the wall, looking to make an aggressive play. They might find
Gabby's
Gabby.
got Blink in 1. Nice.
Okay. Also, Basher is out on DJ. So
Now they could just rush bottom, though.
Bottom barracks are
and they might actually do that.
It's
Creep's
so
already
tempting.
in.
I mean, Armel's got BKB. Yeah, he's going in.
It's a 10-second BKB, dude. All right, that's a ranged barracks. Nice blink out. Forces Fnatic back. Good pressure from TNC.
I'm surprised how late the BKB's coming up for KP, but I guess he wanted the refresher more. Am I missing something? I guess he thought maybe the Abyssal would come out sooner. But there's nothing else that cancels it, right? I'm not crazy.
Sorry, cancels what?
His BKB, like if he had BKB ulti after the Blink Dagger, he could have just been black holing everyone, right?
Yeah.
I guess the Basher was being built.
Whoa!
Oh, there's the Echo.
There's the catch. Echo, follow-up, black hole. BKBs get popped. It's jabs down. Savage, he gets off the cheese. He survives, and now the turn could come. BKB starting to expire. TNC maybe in trouble. Buyback from Ice Ice Ice. They're starting to scatter around. Then they kill Savage. Oh, they've got the damage, baby. Armel destroys him.
There's another black hole ready too. He's refreshed from KP. He wants him.
They're going to
Is it
grab
worth
Ice
it for
Ice Ice. Could be a dieback here. Coddle on the backside. Buyback now from the Shaker. And Ice 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 will be all right thanks to the heals from Pugna.
I guess he's probably worried about DJ with the swashbuckle basher, right? That must have been his thought process.
Now,
When he saw
yes.
the Vlads, he must have known. That's pretty sick, though. I definitely would have went straight for the Blink BKB if I was that Enigma player, and then I would get hit by the swashbuckle and cry.
Well, he would have had a pretty good window, though. The Skull Basher didn't come out that fast.
Yeah, he might have thought it was coming faster, though, to be fair, because DJ was kind of balling.
Yeah. But now he has it either way, so...
Yeah. And they're ready for this next black hole, trying to catch them off guard. No Echo here. We're fighting the exact same spot.
Surely Fnatic saw the refresher. Jab's going to be the one that gets initiated on. He'll go down first. Remember, Ice 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 does not have a buyback. Hexed up, trying to get healed up by the Pugna. He's actually going to live. Savage now in the fray. There's the black hole. It locks down Savage, but they don't have the damage. They kill KP, and now the turn. Tim's up top. He's probably going to get brought down. Ice 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 survives through it again. Mars stunned up now. Armel trying to decide if he wants to jump back in. Does have the Hex, but no BKB. It's Gabby that gets initiated on. Hex comes out onto DJ, but the save from Moon. Fnatic having trouble securing these kills, and Swashbuckle off the mark. But 2 down without buyback. This is Roche 3, and it will be Fnatic.
Oh, that was a risky fight to go back into. They went in with like half their spells there. And without the buyback, yeah, not being available, I think this is going to the Dire, and there's an Aghanim's now, too. Oh, 25%, guys. Dota Plus.
Dota Plus still
they're
says...
going to give it to Ice Ice. He gets the Ags.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Okay.
Is he the best? Isn't Pango, like, way better?
So still causes the ult to come back. So it's kind of the double ulti. It does heal him, though. So that might be the key aspect of just trying to keep him alive.
Wow. He just got destroyed, by the way, by the scythe.
Moon, yeah. But will they kill Armel? There's the BKB. And he gets the bash. DJ's basher paying off right now. Jabs might die for this. Ice 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 comes in with the boots to heal him up, and Armel will go down.
Dude, he even solar crested him. What a save from Ice. Jabs is welcome.
I think Moon okay with that trade based on the tips. Also a gem up on Ice Ice Ice.
All right, Gabby, don't play this game, dude. Don't be TP. Oh, no. You just saw it happen.
Oh, there's the BKB. Has not tried to TP yet. And
Right,
in the tree
ultimate
line.
swing.
Okay, he's good.
Scanning.
There were a lot of angles to try there.
Yeah.
For DJ.
That was a bit more of a coin flip. Okay. Well, let's look at this gold graph. Boy, how things have turned. Was a 10K favor for TNC, and now about 1K for Fnatic. I'm going to refresh some odds here and hit us with some numbers.
Fnatic has no fear, or DJ has no fear of the cheese.
And we are down to 1.79 for Fnatic, 1.96 for TNC. Remember, it was a 5X about 13 minutes ago.
Wow. So TNC are officially the underdogs now. Is that what I just heard?
Yep. And Gabby
It's starting to look that way, dude.
gonna add a
Everything's-
little fuel to the fire.
Everything's coming together, dude. Moon is just making saves with the blinks of the decreps.
Dota Plus
Al-
quickly updating. It's down to 65 now.
It's plummeting.
Abyssal Blade, Aegis of the Immortal. This is scary for TNC, and of course, no buyback. As
And
we
they-
can see, it's gold, not cooldown. So Fnatic
Remember-
don't know.
It's the support SF. Well, the offlane SF, but he's got the Aura FX buildings.
Oh shit, dude! There it is.
It's happening. The strats.
-7 on structures, and do they have the AC on the Alk? They do. -12 to buildings. They siege fast, and of course, you got the Pugna mixed in. TNC gonna lose a lane of barracks here for sure. Enigma trying to push up top, does have the refresher, still no BKB.
Radiant's middle barracks.
This Alk pretty close to raid boss status. 7-second BKB still at the ready. Thinking about a Satanic after his Heart of Tarask. Pops the ulti. Armel jumps in. This is going to be Aegis.
Expensive BKB though.
KP with the black hole.
Oh, the thickness!
Gabby jumps in. They bring down Savage pretty quick. Jabs to follow. Now DJ jumps in. It's a great setup for TNC. They'll catch Ice 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 on the side of the Ignis. He can't channel the ult. That's a gem down. 3 on the sideline. No buybacks.
Oh my god. That fear was about to go off, and I just saw the black hole ending and the BKB popping from Alchemist again, and the fight's over. But what a play from March. Dude, March has been on point this game. And not so even obviously March is playing well, but more importantly, it's just the communication. It's like the layering of their spells there, and they just cover such a vast AoE between Echo Slam, Black Hole, and Ignis Fatuus and Arena. Like,
Yeah. Well, a topsy-turvy game indeed. Do TNC just go finish here?
I don't know. I think if they know there's no buybacks, I'm trying to remember because
It's
it's
timers.
cooldown for 140 on the Alk, right?
Yep. 140 on the Alk, 118
And
on the
mid
Shadow
no
Fiend. I think they just end.
Ice is trying to bait, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I don't think it's bait. I think that they can actually just end.
No, but I think he's trying to bait them to not, I assume. I don't know.
Wow.
But obviously, they have timers. This ain't no pub. PNC, take a dicey one, I gotta say.
What a crazy game. Multiple moments where it felt like both teams should have won, and a series of overcommitments. I mean, it looked like Fnatic had it at the, like, look at this graph, dude. 20 minutes, they had some possibilities, and they just chain fed to give TNC a pretty solid lead. And then they stopped the bleeding. They took some good fights. It got really bad, and then we saw the comeback. And it was almost like Fnatic kind of forgot about their own buyback timers. They were pretty close, but 2 minutes is still 2 minutes. And they just didn't respect the epic team fight from TNC.
Damn, that was really close. I'd be pretty upset if I lost that game if I was Fnatic.
Wow. I still think if Fnatic hadn't kind of chain fed in those mid dives, like the back-to-back kills on Savage, they had the better draft here. It felt like they had more tools, and all they had to do was not fall victim to that Aegis, Deso, Blink timing on the TA.
Well, at the same time, then they would have just lost those towers even sooner. I mean, yeah, they probably gave up a few too many kills, but I don't think they could like also just completely ignore them.
Well, you can't ignore them. I think Alchemist just walking into their team and getting killed, and then he respawned, tried to farm the same exact fucking camp, and they killed him like 10 feet from where he died the first time. I mean, you're right, but come on, dude. They could have defended with 4, and Savage could have pushed a side lane. He did not need to be farming at the tier 2 mid.
I'm throwing some blame on Ice taking the eggs. What was that?
Well, who should have had it?
Anyone else? Pango?
Yeah, maybe the Pango would have been good. That's a fair point.
Like Alchemist? Ogre? Like another stun? I feel like pretty much anyone would have been better except Alchemist. But either way, I don't think that's like what broke the game or anything. It was mostly just the buybacks, as you pointed out the first time. So
Yeah.
The best part is that this means we get game 3.
Yeah, well, we knew this was going to be an epic series. Game 1 was kind of a slaughter, so I got nervous. And after seeing this, I have no idea what to expect for game number 2. Label me excited. We're going to take a break, folks, then we're coming back. Game 3, TNC Fnatic. Who's going to win this best of 3? I don't know.
Radiant victory.
Loot Bet. Made for live betting.
Off lane Shadow Fiend.
That was great. Thanks for experiencing that, guys, with me. I wish I had time to watch Dota streams like I used to. A constant Dota stream on my life, you know?
Off lane Shadow.
Man, look at BTS right now. We got stream 1, that's us. We got stream 2 playing eHome versus Keen with base skip. Then you got Vici versus LGD in the China Pro League with Ares HD. There's so much good Dota on, guys.
Wow.
That's pretty exciting.
TNC fans are so upset that I called their draft shitty.
Oh, well, I mean, that's what, we always say this, but we love you guys in C because you guys are the most passionate. There's no doubt. It's not even close, frankly.
Oh, dude.
Am I wrong? It's not close.
No.
It's like not even remotely close. I would say they have, okay, maybe double's a little insulting. They have like 30% higher passion than any other fan base. Like compared to like CIS or EU or NA, it's like, and not even close. The most hateful and mean messages I've ever received were all from Southeast Asia. And also the nicest and most thoughtful messages I've ever received were all from Southeast Asia. I can say that with 100% confidence.
It's the full extreme. Yeah.
You know how many times I have been flamed to shit on Twitter and I go to the guy's profile and
lobby?
it's always Malaysia?
Yeah.
Like, you guys love Dota so much.
Don't forget lobby there, bud.
Ah, shoot. I'm bad.
You're
delaying
Mr.
the
Forgetful
games.
today. The 15-minute call-outs, the lobby.
I know. I'm usually right in there with the lobby, too.
You
I'm
usually
usually
reminded
reminding
me.
Yeah.
No, it's true. C is definitely one of my favorite regions for that reason. C is my absolute favorite to cast in person. Because they represent, dude. They show up, and they're hype. I found most other regions, the fans...
Sorry, I'm just reading. Zahari said TNC had no chance. Whatever, trash caster. Go home, idiot. Well, it is COVID quarantine. I think everyone's home. Oh, it's same guy. Shut the fuck up, Zahari. Fnatic fanboy. Trash caster. Isn't that I thought that was an SA thing. The I've definitely incorporated that into my
I have
chat.
no idea.
I love the zids.
You see in the other regions, the fans turn on their teams more quickly. People are like the Envy fans, they support his draft until 5 minutes into the game or 10 minutes in. They go, okay, I see why this was garbage now. The TNC fans never give up hope. They're like, dude, just you wait. 45 minutes in, they're going to get the perfect team fight, and they were right. I have to admit, they were right.
They know, dude. We can never doubt them.
We need a word for that kind of team fight. You know, it reminds me of the bog, but it's not a bog because there's no Veno and there's no Undying.
Wait, describe the team fight again. What do you mean?
Well, like they had this giant this pit of doom. You've got the Ignis.
Well, usually it's like the double bubble or the triple bubble.
The Arena, the Echo, and the Black Hole.
I usually go with the bubbles because
Yeah.
it was like Escape Gaming when Synderen and Yapsa were playing on it. That was like their huge strat, and it was always called the double bubble.
The double
so I
bubble.
always call it that.
Yeah. Well, no, I remember that more specifically for Void and Enigma. Those were the real bubbles.
But then it got incorporated into like everything.
Yeah.
So that's what I call it.
This one felt very bog-esque with the Arena, though. You know, there was just no escape. Okay, the Arena's done. Ignis is still pumping. And plus, Enigma also drops the Midnight Pulse inside of the Arena. Like, it's just that was some nasty team fight, dude.
Zyori is not C's favorite caster. He's fucking trash. This one guy has been all chatting caps for so long.
So that's how BTS is getting back at me. They just turn off Moobot while we're casting, so we have to read all the toxicity.
I think so.
They can handle it.
They're fine.
This is a pretty hype series, though.
Good God.
Now, here's the real question for you. Will TNC ban the Shadow Fiend?
I don't know. It was pretty cool. Bert Scran 182 says, please step up your casting. Trent,
Okay.
All right, my bad. Sorry, man.
Okay.
I'm on it. I got you. Can I just say that this tournament, well, frankly, the last year has had the best admins. I feel like I never have a problem with the admins these days when I'm casting. But the admins for these online BTS tournaments are just like god tier. Think about how fast all our games have gone so far.
It's true.
It's like a nice strict schedule. I'm sure it's great for the fans too because they don't have like this big break. They don't have to listen to us for too long. Great.
Yeah, you know, you're actually pretty right about that. I don't know what... Was it just the cascade of so many events having so many issues with bad admins that TOs were finally like, okay, if we're going to be a tournament organizer, let's step up our shit and stop having volunteers do like the most important part of our stack when it comes to competitive integrity and just pay somebody minimum wage to admin the games. It seems like a clear benefit because the PR liability is huge.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal. Especially, like, there could have been so many more bad, like, admin issues mid-game, too. We've been very fortunate, I would say, in Dota.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In terms of, like, bad admin decisions.
There were some rough ones. And they're
I mean,
hard
there's
to
some
remember
bad
because
ones,
they're
but-
always weirdly complicated, too.
It's always hard for the pause timings. I would not want to have to handle that.
Yeah, you're too nice.
No, I just hate keeping track.
Oh. I just refuse to buy a stopwatch.
All right, fair enough.
It's almost like your phone has one there.
Yeah, I heard Cyclops is casting some stuff soon, guys. I think he just cast that big show match between TNC and Fnatic, I think it was. They did like a best of 5 show match. Everyone's talking about how Cyclops is better than us combined.
Oh, I see.
Which, I mean, I get it, guys. It's like if you were NA and you try to beat Grant. You just can't do it.
Yeah. I like Cyclops.
Caster crying.
Cyclops is a perfect show match caster.
He is. That's just like the definition of it. I mean,
Absolutely perfect.
he is Cyclops, dude. I will never forget the time where he was staying at the house with us when we were doing King's Cup. That was so funny. Just like hang out with Cyclops all the time. I think I shared a room with him, but we were on the opposite sleep schedule. So like it was just I get up and then like an hour later he goes in the room and sleeps. So
Yeah,
we
I know
didn't
that
get
schedule.
we had no pillow talk. I didn't get to have late night, deep, insightful conversations.
Cyclops told me to come to Thailand. He said we could have a really fun time.
I believe. Is that where he lives? Does he live in Thailand?
I think he lives in
Okay.
Bangkok, or at least he did. I'll be honest, I have not stayed up to date with the latest Cyclops gossip.
It says his country is Thailand. There you go. Reppin' Thailand. All right, guys. Game starting, I guess.
Okay, game 3 coming up after this quick word from our sponsor.
Radiant victory.
Loot Bet. Made for live betting.
Hey there, folks. We're back. Game number 3, TNC Fnatic. It's been a topsy-turvy series so far. Excited to find a conclusion. Trent, prediction. Who's taking game 3 before we look at this draft? Hit me with it.
The fans for all this enjoyable Dota and us stepping
Jesus.
up our casting.
He's you guys really hurt Trent's feelings. He's pandering already before we've even gotten into the draft. Everybody at home watching right now is my biggest friend.
They're the real winners. I'm I don't know. I'm kind of favoring Fnatic. I think that their draft was not that great last game. I'm not a big. I mean, it was okay, but I think it was pretty experimental in a lot of aspects, like the offlane SF and everything, and they played it super well. I think their gameplay was pretty fantastic. So I'm favoring them going into game 3.
I think
Thoughts?
I'm with you on that.
I think the Coddle Ember again will be broken up. See if one of them gets banned in the first phase. That'd be because the Ember was already banned at this point last draft,
Yes.
and I don't think he's gonna make it through. Either that or we're gonna ban the Coddle. But I mean, Ember is still pretty good in a vacuum this patch.
I like Ember a lot. He just feels so well-rounded. He's the most well-rounded of the spirits.
Remember game 1 we had that Underlord ban, and then game 2 he didn't get touched. And we didn't see him. Do you think maybe the Underlord? You know, the teams are gonna be looking back to the drafts right now. They're gonna be thinking like, okay, what did they ban first phase game 1? And then you see some hero, and you're like, oh yeah, we kind of forgot about that game 2.
Yeah.
Oh, like a Timber or something. Like, did Timber get ignored last game, for example? I think he did.
I think he did. I think so.
Yeah. Whereas in the first game, he gets banned in like the second phase. Actually, he got banned first phase. So
And TNC...
either way, Coddle, Ember, Timber, Earthshaker, lot of these stronger heroes still in the pool right now. TNC have protected the Timber pretty well by banning like the AA, the Ricky, and the Batrider. So I would see a 4th pick overall Timber looking pretty good for TNC. I don't know if you first overall Timber though. I don't think so. Oh, they're going to ban it anyway. Because, yeah, I think they were setting up for it either way. So, Coddle or Ember? Take the Coddle. Now, there's pressure on Fnatic to just take the Ember
Just
and you
take
pick
it.
some other hero with it. We saw, what was it last night? Oh, this exact situation happened.
I think it was Shadow Demon. It's Ember Shadow Demon.
It was Ember Snapfire. That's what they did. It was
Oh.
T1 Reality Rift.
Yeah, you're right. Snapfire.
Because they wanted the Snapfire versus the Coddle ult.
Coddle
Which I think is a good call. Like, that's a nice way to do it.
5 seconds.
And
That was the game they won with the core Spirit Breaker.
oh, right. The position 3 Spirit Breaker. That was fun. Now they'll open with a Tusk. So the aggressive 4 that we've brought up a number of times. I am a big fan. I really don't think you want to hand the Ember over, though. I almost feel like you have to pick it here. And
Yeah,
there
I
it
think
is.
you take
Okay.
the Ember because then now you can take the Chen in the 3rd phase if it's not banned. And then you have Tusk, Chen, and Ember. And that sounds like a really broken trio for heavy aggression early on.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
think
nice.
Ice, if I'm not mistaken, was also practicing the offlane Chen for a while.
10 seconds remaining.
They've also run some offlane DK when they run this strat too, the Tusk Chen. So maybe you'll get to see that. I know you're a DK fan lately.
I am a DK fan. He's just the full package for me. Solid
Get that
in the
nice
lane,
click stun.
pushes, has a stun, scales very well. It's always tempting to overcommit on DK because you have that false sense of security with the Dragon's Blood. And hey, there's the
There he is.
Underlord.
Okay.
So is Underlord worthy of
Ban.
an opening pick like this? Like, is he actually good now?
How about that instant Slark ban? If you guys ever want to know what to pick versus Underlord in your pubs, TNC just answered you very swiftly. That wasn't even a second. Is he good now? I mean, Root is really good. Like, that Root is pretty ownage. He negates some of the better heroes that are still in as well, like the PL.
5 seconds remaining.
Right, he makes
Okay.
PL's life pretty hard to play.
Okay.
The constant rooting, the Firestorm. And he's one of KP's favorite heroes. He builds really good auras. He can either play like kind of aggressive in the lane, but he can also just sit back if they can like pull with a 4 or something, and he'll still get pretty good farm.
He is nice with auras, that's for sure.
Now, do I still like Chen? I think so.
Why
I
not?
think Chen still seems all right. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, is there anything that really negates Chen? Like, Caudle is kind of annoying for Chen.
Coddle's just annoying in general, though. It's sort of like saying,
Yeah.
well, Doom's ultimate's a great counter. Yeah, it counters
Yeah.
everything.
5 seconds
Exactly.
remaining.
Coddle's a good hero right now, yes.
Yeah, I think you take the Chen. I don't think there's any reason to pick the other heroes first. Unless they want the Snapfire. I'm also fine with the Snapfire pick here. Because I think Snapfire is pretty good versus the Caudle. Between cooking people out and also killing the Willow, it's pretty good versus Underlord too, because you can cookie people out of that route.
Doesn't Ice really like Snapfire? Ooh. Okay, never mind.
Lich.
They take Lich.
Why is Jazz picking Lich here? What are the benefits of Lich?
Well, there
he's
is some-
very good against annoying offlaners. Like, he's one of the best to like just straight up secure a good safe lane.
there is some pretty nice synergy with both Tusk and Ember Spirit. Lich has like a mini Dark Seer effect with Frost Shield, so it can set up these heroes to find kills they otherwise wouldn't be able to get.
That's true.
Very high damage output
5 seconds remaining.
in these team fights. Very
real
annoying
benefits.
laner.
Yeah, no real benefits versus the Caudle, though. That's for sure.
No, not really. In a vacuum, I like Lich. I think he's a bit of an underrated support.
Did someone say Lich? I love Lich.
Lichy,
TNC. The Dispel is super value this game.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Between the Frost Shield, the Ember Shield.
It's a shame.
I
that,
think you can Dispel Tag Team, too.
a shame that Oracle
No,
was
that sounds
banned.
broken. For some reason, I think you can, but no one ever does. Can you Dispel it? No, it cannot be Dispelled. Never mind. Because it's active on Tusk and then it applies the debuff on the enemy. That's good. If you can Dispel Tag Team, that might be kind of broken.
Yeah.
As in, bad.
Earthshaker. So TNC still going for this heavy team fight, and I like it. That was their big issue game one. They just didn't have team fight heroes. It was the Oracle Wisp lineup.
Predators turn.
And now a Juggernaut. Hey, okay. We've talked about this carry a little bit. Have not seen him in the 2 days that we've been casting. His new Aghanims is very solid.
Oh, yeah, the Swift Slash.
Yeah, it's like a mini ultimate, but gives him that extra mobility.
10 seconds.
I haven't got to see that yet, actually, in a pro game.
It's-
I'm sure it's been picked. I just haven't got to actually watch one.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
very solid. It makes you nice and beefy too because you get the stats.
It's a very good kill lane, these three heroes. I wonder if they'll shake our mid, because it's versus Ember Spirit. That would be pretty hype. Unfortunately, they don't have 10th pick, so it's like a little bit harder to work it in.
Yeah.
They could also theoretically Underlord mid, too. Because now that they have this Juggernaut, unless Ice is going to play an Ember, which I could definitely see. Go for the Morphling. Make their own Ember Spirit here.
Okay. Can morph mid against Ember?
I don't think you would want to. It's a little bit too much. Even with his super high armor, I think he'd still just be like whittled down, and like with the reach that he has, it would be very dangerous trying to like abuse your regen mechanics with the shifting. But I can't say it's a matchup I've seen before, so I wouldn't guarantee it either way.
It looks like to me, Fnatic just want very clear lane winners. Let's just win all 3 lanes, make our mid game very easy, and we'll take it from there. So what does TNC do to kind of counteract that? I like that bristleback ban. I don't know if it's what TNC would have picked, but that's exactly the kind of hero that would stop this strategy from being effective.
It also just would have been like the perfect hero to fit into the fight style of TNC right now. Because like Morphling wants to like dive in and do his thing. And then you've got this like Shaker, the Underlord, and the Coddle to all back him up. You just need like one more slightly mobile, getting in the middle of the fight hero. I don't know if Puck is like a little bit too little damage. It's also Puck into Ember, which isn't great. So, but like a Puck-esque hero, the Kunkka. We always go back to the Kunkka.
I mean,
it's okay.
Is TA an option for TNC?
Who? Sorry, TA.
TA.
5 seconds.
TA versus the Ember, the classic.
What about Necro? Doesn't Necro still hard dumpster Ember?
Ah, Necro's interesting. I hear China's playing a lot of Necrophos mid right now. Apparently, it's this hot thing they're doing.
I mean, if in this matchup, I guess you don't know that it's Ember. They could always try to do offlane Ember.
Yeah,
and then...
I think if you pick Necrophos, they would do offlane Ember.
Yeah.
That definitely seems like a nice ice play.
But is that a bad thing?
Well, then they could pick some like hardcore, like a Zeus or some shit. I don't know. Some like big counter versus both, like OD, for example, they could do.
Yeah. I do like the Dazzle ban from TNC. That would have been a great high tempo mid or
Good,
3.
good ice hero, too.
For Fnatic, yeah. Okay.
Hey, it's your boy.
DK?
So why is DK better than Kunkka here? He's got
Push.
the high armor versus the Juggernaut. The boat's kind of hard to hit versus like Ember, but it also gives you, I guess the Dragon Tail's a little bit nicer, right? It provides easier follow up for like the Earthshaker and the Underlord and the Coddle compared to the X like Torrent.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Fnatic now. You can either say, okay, we're just going to put the Ember mid versus DK, which I think is what they'll probably do, because that's like a matchup that's at least playable. It's not like game ending.
Yeah.
You can go mid. You can jungle a lot. Might lose your tower on the earlier end, but whatever.
The lane's
Wait,
fine.
Alk's in. They just Alk?
Do they want to play Alk, though? Does it match the tempo of what they want to do? Is late game against the Morphling DK? I don't know. That doesn't feel amazing.
I don't know. It's hard to judge just how busted Alk is right now, because he feels pretty good.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't play that well with these 4 heroes. And then I would be a little bit concerned still about the Ember side lane. Like, I agree that it was playable if the matchup was that bad, but I think with the DK, you just send the Ember mid and you pick another ice hero. The Pango, is that still in? Pango seems okay.
Yeah, Pango's good.
Is there any other percent-based offlaner that's worth it? There's
Where's
also
the
still Mars.
Centaur?
He's banned. Centaur? Centaur's like okay versus Coddle, because it makes it so you don't have to commit for a fight in the Ignis. They're definitely missing building damage, too, which Centaur can kind of help with. He can, like, tank the tower, put out the retaliate damage. Yeah, that's the last piece that's missing from this, like, high tempo, we get some kills, we have healing ward, but then we take 2 minutes to kill your tower. It'll be the Darkseer instead. Okay. So, Darkseer Tusk, classic combo.
And Darkseer Ember. And
Yeah.
Darkseer Jug, actually. It's a pretty damn good Ion Shell game.
Man, it's too bad they didn't get a Dispel.
Yeah.
I tell you. When this draft ended, it's like, wow.
Yeah. This would have been a god tier Oracle game. All right, let's take a look at some numbers here. Oh, what happened? It popped up, then went away. All right, let's try again. Very even. 1.82 TNC, 1.92 Fnatic.
Ever so slightly favoring TNC. I do like the fact that TNC look to have the late game pretty good. I mean, maybe this Ember's going to get off to a better start than I expect, but I feel like he's going to be sort of like this more like mid one style Ember, less of a like Miracle Ember. It's going to be more like just action across the map. But if he gets the good plays with like the Frost Shields and the Ion Shells and DJ's there, which you know DJ's going to be, with the aggressive plays, and that could look pretty good.
These drafts feel pretty even to me. They both have ways to take objectives. I don't know what's going on with that DK skin. He just looks creepy.
It looks like what the Night King should have looked like.
Yeah. Jesus. Fnatic might have slightly better lanes, so maybe they'll have some early momentum, but overall, I like this TNC draft quite a bit. I really like the DK final pick.
Yeah, and he's going to go down and deal with this Darkseer now, too, because they don't want the constant aggression. Like, if you waveform away as Morphling and then they just surge somebody with the Ion Shell, like, you're probably just going to die. And as you said, you know, you pointed out, well, can't the Morph just go mid versus the Ember? And they say, yeah, Armel likes playing Morph. They'll get a little bit of help.
Yeah, Twitch chat was very eager to let you know that Morph is literally the counter to Ember Spirit right now, which...
In mid? Really?
Apparently so. And I know the matchup's okay. I guess we'll see what happens.
I suck at mid matchups, there's no doubt. That's by far my weakest part as a caster, so I'm always happy to hear what you guys think. I am not a mid player. I don't particularly enjoy watching mid. I grind out replays watching various mid matchups, but it's very draining.
Well, I
don't find it that entertaining.
They were still
to be honest.
angry, so you know. I mean, it's nice for Morph to get solo XP. That always feels good. That is one of the issues with him on the side lane for sure. Tusk Lich, a very aggressive support duo for Fnatic. And in turn, that generally means some pressure to try to find some kills, I think.
The battle begins.
Savage up top, trading a couple of blows, but not going to commit for anything. Going to be an even spread. So what's the go-to item build on DK, especially in the safe lane? Do you go Shadow Blade still? Is that a key part of the repertoire?
I've seen everything on this hero. It's like completely dependent on the game you're in. The offlane one has been way more prevalent than the safe lane DK though.
Yeah.
And I think that in this case, this is essentially an offlane DK, right? Like he's probably just gonna play the same way and itemize the same. Like the main goal of DKs lately is just to buy Blink. For the most part, you got like double Bracer Blink.
Okay, so you used to be Blink or Shadow Blade, so some sort of mobility initiation, and then what, like BKB Ags, BKB Heart, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, like the real one this game is Armel, right? There's no doubt about that. So, Gabby is all about just enabling his Morphling.
Pretty aggressive positioning from Fnatic down here. Ice cutting some waves. Nice easy start for this Darkseer. But also means the DK will pretty much be free farming. With Dragon Blood, you know, he can handle tanking creeps, no problem.
Yeah, and I mean, top lane, they're just doing the same kind of shenanigans as we saw before. Instead of it being a Tiny from DJ, this time it's the Tims from Shaker. Pulling waves and creating some space for KP.
Well,
space to farm, that is.
First two waves go the way of Armel here, Trent. 8-4
crushing him
compared to the 4-0 of Moon.
Yeah, he had to salve up, but I mean, obviously, that's completely worth it because he's taking quite a bit of harass from the Ember because he just puts on the Flame Shield, or the Flame Guard rather, and not really much he can do about it, but yeah, no issues there.
Morphling mid, very solid.
Just like early on, Morph is just so frustrating because he has such a high damage output. And you also can't really gank him with the heroes that they have either.
Yeah, they're lacking some burst to deal with this Morphling, especially in the mid to late game. Always feels good to have like a Lina-esque hero that can just cut through the Morphling. If you catch him on a bad Morph without enough strength, you can really punish it. Morph loves playing against the damage over time type stuff.
He's so annoying to lane against, man. Like the abuse of the tangos and everything, and just the constant attribute shifting. It feels like no matter how much damage you do, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah. Especially against these top tier Morphlings that are incredibly efficient at using regeneration.
Yeah, it's like a completely different hero in pro games compared to pubs. Like, it's not even close. Unless it's like a true Morphling spammer. Like, there's such a big difference between someone who's just like picking him up because he looks broken right now and someone that just spams him all the time.
Yep. Moon takes a tower shot there. All right, 3 minutes, no first blood. A lot of focus on farm.
Yeah, I think March is probably the likely candidate to die, right? You got 2 points in the Iron Shell and the Surge. DJ's looking for it right now, in fact. Ice is trying to bait him because if he comes close, that's why March is backing away. He knows.
I mean,
he knows something's up.
There's already a 1K lead for TNC, though. The Juggernaut is the big weak point for Fnatic. Savage not getting the farm that he's hoping for out of this lane.
Well, he's also the highest net worth on their team, though.
That's scary. I mean, this is the drawback to this Darkseer strategy. Yes, Ice is level 4. He's disrupting this lane, quote-unquote. DK is not phased by this at all. Gabby is top of the net worth, top of the CS. This is a free farming DK and then some as he's working the neutrals. I think this favors TNC more, at least in the bottom lane.
Yeah, that's all around. They also know that Moon wants to go for something soon in the mid lane. I think because like he's got the haste rune, things are stacking up, so they put a ward down, and now Tim's is making that rotation bomb. He's gonna catch Ice. He's trapped in by the creeps, but I don't even know if they'll still have the damage to kill him. Still has enough time to kill the creep and get out before Tim's can get over here. Tim's also completely out of mana, so.
Okay, Ice is good. Now, lanes very good for TNC. I think really winning all 3 lanes right now.
And I solemnly swear to never doubt Morphling again.
At least in the Ember matchup.
Yep.
Even bounty runes, no skirmish. 2 for 2. Wonder if this changes the DK's item build at all. You know, if you consider something like Midas sounds crazy, but rare that you get this kind of true free farm. I wonder if it's tempting to switch it up, go for something a little more greedy.
I think if you were going greedy, it would be like Maelstrom or something.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Okay, they do get the kill on KP. Sorry, I missed that up top.
Finally, the first blood. Yeah, I was looking mid. I was like, what is Moon doing? I was like, oh, nice. He's just like fully creep cutting right now with the level 3 flame guard.
Rotation from DJ. The aggressive trio with the Juggernaut. 3 points in the Blade Fury. So it will be Fnatic that strike first.
Oh, March? Oh, he's looking for that courier, but the ward spots him, so he almost had a free courier kill with that DD. And Moon just goes right back to it. This reminds me of like those Alchemist games back when the hero was like kind of bad when everyone would just cut through like this. He needs level 6 though to make this super safe, and he's gonna get it right now. So now Moon just needs to go get himself like a safety remnant before they can make the play. And whoa!
Savage goes for a dive up top and gets punished.
A dive? He's like full HP.
Savage? The guy.
I mean
dead?
like the Underlord.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what the start of that was.
He was probably just stuck around from the last kill, I assume. Probably just trying to contest when they did the pull through with Tim's. But yeah, still kind of weird.
Moon doing his best to disrupt mid.
He's going to need some pretty big plays with these Iron Shells. And the side lanes are annoying heroes to gank.
They go right in onto this DK, but TNC have reinforcements. Gabby blocked in the tree line, nowhere to go. The Juggernaut gets the surge, has the ulti, starts jumping around, lands on March, gets that kill. A quick 2-0. Now the TP's out. It might be tough for Savage to get out of here. Does not have that TP available, but finds a spot in the trees.
Yeah, he went the completely obvious way. That's so frustrating. It's like, no, he wants to try and run straight out.
The anti-juke.
Yeah.
Well, good stuff for Fnatic. Armel rotates and doesn't get anything for it.
Yeah, much needed space now for Moon.
Dude, DK went Midas. I fucking called it, dude.
All right.
I don't know if it's good. In fact, I don't really think it's good. I
mean,
like
he
the
got it
Maelstrom a lot
super
more than you
early.
suggested.
I think Midas is still probably fine when you get it. Like, what did he get? Like 6 minutes? Like,
Really early.
I mean, that was a stupidly early Midas on a hero that benefits a lot from attack speed.
Yes, that's true. Up top, KP going to get brought down. Another one for Fnatic. Now, what do you go next, though? Do you still just rush a Blink, you think? He's going to get
No,
shreds?
once you're going Midas, you start thinking more about like those other items of the game. He's
Yeah.
actually thinking about the Halberd. Gives him some evasion versus the Jug. Try and get off a disarm. All the stats are insanely good for DK because of, like the regen amp and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It just like amplifies with your Dragon Blood. Halberd actually has wild stats. Like one of those value items of the game right now, I feel like.
Yes.
On the right heroes, of course. You can't just buy it on anyone.
But no, just the easy build-up and raw stats of it are pretty fantastic.
I
See-
think Jabs is just dead.
Yeah, walks up to the high ground, takes a Dragon Tail. Gabby needs one more, finds it.
He might lose a... Oh, I see. He was pinging to say there was a ward up there for sure. Yeah.
Like, he forced out a DK ult, I guess. Now up top, Moon pressuring a little bit, and maybe a skirmish mid. They're going to have a go onto Gabby. They block him out with some shards, but now Tim's is here. Armel comes in, and it's going to be a turn the other way. DJ goes down first. Ice 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 getting chased down as Moon tries to man up against Tim's. A lot of damage coming out and does find the kill. On the back line, Armel does finish off Ice Ice Ice.
Man, he walked him down for so long.
Favorable trade for TNC.
That was a nice use of the morph to give himself the surge.
Yeah.
Moon gonna grab that haste rune as well. Had the planted remnant there.
Ember Spirit.
Moon gonna be charged with the spirit vessel this game, it looks like.
Yep. Took the words right out of my mouth, man.
Gotcha. What's the play then for the side of TNC? In terms of like protecting their morphling, like Lotus from the Underlord could come at some point, but that's gonna be a ways away. He needs a lot of items before that. And the one nice thing about this is that Moon's gonna have it on the earlier end in this game, so could be tough in these teamfights for Armel.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Smoke up here down bottom. They have to pick on these supports from the side of TNC because everyone else is so hard to gank with these Iron Shell combos. They're trying to bait Jabs. They leave him revealed to kill the wards and they back away. They're going for a DK kill here. Not an easy hero.
No, does have reinforcements. Blinding Light from the Coddle knocks him back, but Sinister Gaze from Lich ends up making it a pretty easy kill. It is five heroes of Fnatic, but
where's March's levels? Why is he only level 5?
Dire's top tower.
That's the issue. I see 2 supports not level 6 at 11 minutes, and
Shaker's
I get concerned.
not even 5, dude. He's still stuck at 4.
Yeah, like who bought the tome? Like I thought March was gonna save him, then I clicked the call and I was like, oh, he's not 6.
Yeah, TNC's draft is looking a little top-heavy. Morphling level 11, and now #1 net worth with that DK taking a tumble. Roll on the back line, in onto March. Pretty quick pick there. Looking for a counter kill onto DJ, perhaps. The great chase.
You guys
Armel
want to know
gonna
why
cut him
Tusk is
off.
broken right now? Oh, DJ, he's got that nice move to the shards. So with Tusk right now, you do 532 damage with tag team ult.
Oh, the
I love
Dragon
this.
Tail doesn't go through. A disjoint. Now Gabby eating the Omni Slash. He's going to go down again.
Oh, that's bad.
That's really rough. Jug is going for a Battle Fury, by the way. So Savage wants a farming tool himself.
In strength is victory.
But yeah, when you're picking off these like low armor supports, man, that is a crazy amount of damage. Just be able to like roll on someone and do like a 500 damage crit.
Yeah. TNC
I guess
still.
are we just waiting on Morph Shaker at this point? Is that where we're going?
That's still a ways away, but it's a good thought. I mean, Morph's just going to go straight E-Blade. So he wants an early shotgun, continue this momentum, go for the pickoffs.
Dire.
I like it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So it sort of feels like Fnatic are taking control a little bit, but TNC are still farming the map better.
I think it comes down to like the structure taking from Fnatic is still pretty weak. Like they get these kills and these dives, and like they eventually take the tier 1, but they had to get so many kills to take that tier 1.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if they just had some like AFK hero like pushing bottom lane, but they don't really have one of those. You know what I mean? The best they have is the Ion Shell, but then the second it gets to the tower, it just gets pushed out by KP. And this is his favorite kind of hero to play, I feel like, is like these Tide Hunters or these Underlords that just sit in the dead lane. Speaking of the dead lane, it's mid, because they just got another kill on March with the Tusk. He's got the medallion, dude.
Whoa, in comes Jabs, though. Drops the ultimate. Another gaze onto DK, and they'll kill Tim's as well. A solid chain frost there.
Dude, he punched him for 775 damage, that medallion.
Jesus.
He has 740 HP on Coddle. He can literally one-shot him.
That's just goofy, dude. I mean, it makes sense, but that is... You feel bad for the Coddle when you see those numbers.
Yeah. But I mean, don't ever feel bad for Coddle players, though. All right, here's how you push the towers. You just completely cut in behind and you let the creeps do the work.
Radiant structures
I mean, Savage is
they're
doing a
gonna
great
glyph
job recovering farm. He's pretty darn close to the Battle Fury now. And that will help him close this gap in terms of net worth for sure.
We also got the neutrals coming up.
What the hell? Tim's just died?
He got him again. He's just Iron Sheldon running around. He just does so much damage on this Tusk.
Jesus.
Let's check the punch. That was a 714 damage punch.
Sorry, I missed that one. I've been missing all these Tusk kills, dude. I'm not ready for the burst damage. I'm just going to start following DJ.
That's the surest way to make sure he doesn't get another kill. So, you know, let him be free.
The Ember is getting pretty close to the Spirit Vessel. And now Armel finds a quick kill that I missed. This is
I
rough.
told you Jabs was getting focused. He got waveformed on and punched.
I was thinking about how good Spirit Vessel is going to be this game.
Well, I'm sure our viewers appreciate that.
It is going to be quite nice, though.
Oh, this is a good game for an Essence Ring. I'm feeling that. I'm on the Radiant team. I want that thing. Any hero will be happy to have that versus the Tusk. You see that snowball coming, you're just like, oh, please, save me.
Gabby pops the DK ult. Ice, ice, ice.
is under attack.
Just toying with him. Thought they might make a rotation.
I don't think they can kill Moon with these heroes. Oh, the net, though. Net's big. That's very big versus the Ember. That's like almost an unfair item to get this game.
Yeah,
all right,
quite
that's
good.
cool. Well, it evens out.
Dire's top tower is under
I feel like
attack.
Fnatic are really eyeing up this bottom tower. KP's just been chilling in the trees.
Huh, that's interesting that DJ took the 10 HP regen still. I feel like with how free his punches have been, I'm surprised he didn't take the 0.5 second slow. I guess it's only the slow. Like, maybe if it impacted the stun a little bit, it'd be more worth it. 0.5 seconds is pretty weak
No, it's
for a
0.5
slow.
stun duration.
Oh,
Dire's structures are
So
That
there's
makes way
no
more sense.
stun on it, but it gives you a 0.5 second stun.
are scanning.
You see.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, Tim's. Good night. Looking for more.
I think it increases the airtime, right? That's what it means? Because, like, that's the stun. Like, airtime is a stun.
Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. Yes.
Yeah.
I think you're right. It's worded very weird, but
Yeah, it is worded really weird.
it doesn't change the slow, though. That was...
Oh, that's good. Yeah, sorry, I misread that.
Yeah, it's specifically the punch stun duration.
I haven't played Tusk since they took away the glorious 40%. And took away his GPM talent. Man, his level 10 talents used to be so good.
Too good. Mid lane, Armel, Chain Frost to start things off. He turns into Tusk, tries to snowball out, and it might be enough. Meanwhile, up top, little fight going on. Jug gonna spin away, and neither side will secure a kill. Certainly some lack of lockdown against this Morphling, especially now that he has the E-Blade too.
Tower is under attack.
Gabby's courier. Gonna live, and so will Gabby. He's gonna get out. They have an Ignis set up here.
Oh,
March is in a
March.
precarious position. He's gone.
Certainly a precarious situation. No hesitation from Savage on the Omni Slash.
Oh, there's no buyback either.
Oh, Pit does connect on 2. Gabby looking for a Dragon Tail, finds jabs. No Chain Frost anyway. But at least a 1-for-1. Some vengeance for March.
Feels like all of these pickoffs have just been like individual. There's like, have we even had like a real team fight? Doesn't feel like it.
Not really. Not a 5v5 at least. There's been a lot of split pushing going on between the Morphling and the Ember.
I mean, Moon still has 0 charges on his Spirit Vessel.
Yeah.
Like, started out kind of aggressive, but then things get a little weird. At least they're finding the very easy tower pressure, knowing that the Glyph is down from the last time they pushed. It's actually coming back very soon, but the Glyph is just so good at nuking out the creep wave. Like, when you're trying to push like this, and you don't have the best pushing heroes, that's why they're able to hold these towers for so long. Because they're just glyphing to destroy the wave. So, finding a moment like that where the Glyph is down, pretty important.
Yeah. This Battle Fury, though, already paying off for the Juggernaut. You look at that net worth, and it's starting to tip a little more in Fnatic's favor. Of course, they have found a few more pickoffs also.
Armel
Jabs.
waveformed in here. If they're going to have a chance to kill him, this is it.
Shotgun combo finds a quick kill. And
Yeah, I don't,
TNC
DJ went
back
over
out.
to the left, though. I don't know why he went over there.
Yeah. All right, well, they get DJ. What a
I don't know what he was trying to do.
What a
I thought he
weird
would try and
engagement.
chain stun the morph. He clearly had a different read on that fight. There was also a lot of radiant vision between like the shrine area as well as like they have a ward to the west of the shrine too, so they had a good idea what was going on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good stuff for TNC. They don't get the outpost, which is really what they wanted with that invasion, I think. But
yeah, they have it.
well, no, they went 1-for-1. They were trying to get both. Oh,
I see what you're
you
saying.
mean. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I had it flip-flopped.
There you go.
Dyer maintained the bottom one, is what I should have said.
Another smoke mid, it looks like. And away we go. So they're going to cut down bottom. They're going to take KP and try and play with Moon, or they can cut mid and try and play with Savage. So kind of have a couple options here. And now Ice isn't sure, though. They start surging towards mid. But now the way Savage is farming, they might suspect that they're all in here. And yeah, KB is going to TP out.
So he's just been living in that tree line.
Blink finished up for Tim's as he's lurking up top. Still pushing things out.
See what we can do with the blink reveal. Morph is so scary right now.
This is your typical game 3, guys. Things
Yep.
slow down a lot. You have two pretty wild games where everyone's just fighting all the time, and it's fun and exciting the whole way through, and then suddenly everyone enters serious mode in game 3.
Yeah.
And a lot more cautious. Every movement is a smoke instead of just like some random blink, but here's the blink reveal on the Moon.
Yeah, do they have the damage? Morph's here, and they do.
I think they do.
Whew.
All right, so that'll be the end of the hyper-aggressive farming there from Moon. Now he needs to respect the Blink Dagger.
That's the dream, though. Reveal it for kill on a key core. Very nice. So Jug going S and Y into Abyssal Blade.
Kind of like the SNY Satanic build, but needs the stun value.
All right, they try to initiate onto Jug, but has some friends nearby. Ice, Ice, Ice posturing aggressively, and they will back out.
They're going to try and force a Roche fight here.
With Ember dead, this is a pretty bold maneuver. Maybe thinking TNC wouldn't expect it. Does get scanned out right away, though.
Yeah, he can be there soon, and the real problem is the Ignis. They know there's no Echo.
They don't do it that fast, but maybe just fast enough. Even without the Echo, I'd still be pretty scared of the Coddle ult. Also, Underlord, pretty good in the pit. Does drop the Pit of Malice, now snowballed on. KP still alive. Armel on the backside, ready to jump in, but KP gets popped. Ignis has also been used. Jumps in, does not catch the Lich. And now Armel getting turned on. Pretty big damage coming his way. Fissure breaks it up. Spirit Vessel's on. They just can't finish him off, though. Snowball stuns him up. It's close. He's dead.
The roots, dude. Between the net and the bolas. And now Ice going to finish off March as well with the Ion Shell under the tower. This is another thing, though. This Darkseer pick, actually so big brain. So during that team fight, he copies the Underlord, which means they have the Atrophy Aura. So Morphling lost 70 damage because he's a Morphling, which is pretty devastating. And then he gets himself the Morphling Illusion afterward and is able to just walk down this low armor support.
Yeah.
I mean, March has a Buckler, but that's not going to be enough versus this thing.
It's true. We
And then
didn't
on
really
top of that,
talk about the Wall of Replica.
Yeah.
Has
It's
some
very good, this game. And then
pretty
like the
big
Ion Shell
implications.
and with no Dispel here.
Yeah. Well, Fnatic have officially taken control. Net worth lead,
Radiant's top
and they've got themselves an Aegis after taking that fight. Jug scooting further ahead. Now Scotty queued up. So he's been kind of all over the place, thinking about Satanic. I guess Savage still weighing his options.
That's the most common build, is the SNY into Satanic.
Radiant's top tower.
It just gives you a ton of stats resistance, obviously a bunch of durability and tankability between the lifesteal and everything.
It's under attack.
It's really good versus these like super high burst situations, right? Like if you're just trying to get chain stun down and echo slam, then you're trying to break out of it as fast as you can with the status to either get off an Omni Slash or just start right clicking people with Satanic. Sims is just dead. TP in the trees from Moon. He can 100 to 0 that Earthshaker so easily.
Radiant's
Yeah.
top tower is under attack.
And now, March, he's going to be all right. Getting a little nervous for TNC here.
Has fallen.
Yeah, I think he should be.
25 minutes. Let's take a look at some numbers.
I'm starting to think about things like Morph Shaker at this point. Like, how can we start making that a reality here?
Tower.
Yeah. I think you're
But
justified.
they're ways away.
2.08 TNC, 1.7 Fnatic.
Almost done the Manta on Armeldo to try and deal with the Spirit Vessel.
That'll be big. I mean, do you really think you go like Manta Ags? Is that the play? Is it really that bad for TNC right now?
I'm not sure. I mean, what are your other options? Like stat items?
Maybe
I
a
think-
Scotty,
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you
BKB, Lincolns would probably
really
be my
want to
top
buy a bunch
three.
of stat items versus Darkseer?
Yeah, fair. Totally fair.
I think an Aghanim's route seems pretty good to me.
Do you want the BKB first? That
Oh,
would
the BKB.
certainly help against all the ensnares.
I think that's like playing to lose.
Yeah, I hear you.
Maybe not. Because like he does have such good frontliners that maybe as the BKB, he can actually right click a lot. Because right now it feels like he just E-blades, and that's kind of all he can do.
Big damage onto Savage, but he'll just spin, drop the healing ward, and no problemo.
Man, I want to see DJ hit someone with his imp claw though. I think he could probably still one-shot March at 920 HP. If he's outside of tower armor range, I think he actually just dies. Oh, Ice is looking for that big vacuum.
Vacuum on two, wall in the back line. The Jug getting completely muffed up, but he does survive through the onslaught. Coddle ult comes down. They lose Tim's first. Buyback available, but holding it for now. Does still have the Echo. Fresh
Dire backing
BKB also up on the DK.
Like they're backing up with like full HP right now. Like, this looks pretty bad. They've wasted some good spells, and at the very least, Tim's doesn't have to buy back. I don't think, but they're still gonna lose their tier 2. And all they committed was wall and chain frost.
Fnatic are going to stay. They'll pull Gabby out of the base. DJ jumps in. Sinister Gaze, some big follow-up damage. Jug jumps in with the Omni Slash, gets March. They almost kill Jazz, but the shotgun combo is just not enough. Savage brought down low. Remember, still has the Aegis here. Stick charges
even
are
with the
actually
love
enough,
tap on
and
the
now the
tower.
Guardians from Ice Ice Ice. This might be too much sustainability from Fnatic. And these fights are rough for TNC. It just doesn't feel like they can kill anything. And they're even trying to target the weak ones. The jabs now, even just having a cloak is enough to survive that first round of burst. He's also got 2 bracers. That helps quite a bit.
Armel's targeting is, he's having a hard time, as you said. Like, even there, like, what's that? 900 damage. He's like, haha, living. And he is looking at the BKB. So they're going to try to see if that's going to give enough breathing room between the spirit vessels and all the other shenanigans flying through these team fights. It is a ton of magic damage. But likewise, the BKB will be done before that on Moon. He's very close.
Gabby's farm is still very good. Number 1 on the team thanks to the Midas, but it doesn't feel like it's really translated to much. He got Halberd. That makes a lot of sense. He's about the BKB, but didn't really have a chance to use it in the last fight. Now wants the Blink Dagger and picks it up immediately. So a little more initiation for TNC. Maybe that'll tip the scales. They smoke up now. Smoke on smoke. Nope. Fnatic just running up to the high ground.
I mean, this Jug is 53 sash resistance, though. So it's like, do you really want to try and blink stun on him? No. So you go for these backline heroes. If you try and go onto the Jug, between the sash resistance and the blink snowball, he's going to be hard to bring down. It feels like your best hope is you catch Moon with a blink stun. As March will take the outpost, but was hoping that they weren't quite this close to him.
I mean, I guess Moon is the target that you want, but even he's only 100 gold away from a BKB.
Oh, look what they're doing here, though. So they took back that outpost. They know they're rushing for bottom because they won at 30 minutes. Everyone's coming.
This is the fight. KP pops the Dark Rift. He's going to try to bring everyone home, but no, he cancels it. It will be a proper fight. Fnatic trying to commit for more. They're going to find Tim's, and they'll be able to finish him off, it looks like, on the other side. Jabs getting clicked down by Gabby. But Surge keeps him alive. Moon does get finished off by Armel. Now the BKB TP. Gabby makes it out. A very spread out fight, but does end up favoring TNC with that Ember kill.
They didn't get the outpost, though, so.
True.
That's 550 XP. But, I mean, they definitely needed something. They needed some big kill onto this Ember. That certainly feels good. I think that was just a solo, straight up. Yeah, he ran into the Morphling, and he doesn't have any Dispel EX. He doesn't have the BKB, and Morph has the Mindbreaker, so he just died.
Oh, the classic Mindbreaker.
He also morphed into the Ember, which is like one of the better parts of this matchup. That part I am familiar with. Feels really good to turn into Ember.
Oh, yeah. MKB up next for the Jug. Now that he's got the status resistance, time to transition into big damage. Butterfly after that. Let's take a look at Dota Plus. About 25-75. Still some hope for TNC. We'll see that Roche timer momentarily. Probably what Fnatic is waiting for. See if they get lucky with a quick respawn. And 1 minute. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Not unless.
Less time for Armel to get BKB. That's pretty much what matters. KP's still doing his thing down bottom. He's playing super far outside the base, even next to that outpost. Getting a little dangerous.
Working for him for now. He's got a Yules. Makes it a lot easier for Underlord to ensure a getaway.
Double damage.
Ice TP's bottom, though. He's just going to start the slow pushback of the Iron Shells. His team, though, I mean, they have the vision there. He just wants, like, Iron Shell this 2 or 3 times and then just run back, I think.
Smoke up.
Looks like Ice might be worried about a potential smoke from the Radiant coming in. Look where Ice is going. He's running all the way back around. He's scared that they smoke directly at him down bottom, trying to bait.
I mean, his head's in the right place. They're missing from the map. Reading the smoke, just not getting the position right. This is sort of a long wraparound.
Oh, they're going to see with the courier. They know they're there.
Ice, Ice, Ice walks right into him. Back wall combo. And Surge away. Now DJ jumps in, pops March. It still ends up okay for Fnatic. Now the Chain Frost bounces. They'll find KP with a Sinister Gaze. Dark Rift, Yules. It'll be a tight kill, but they do find it. TP's out, and they're all good. 2 down for TNC. Fnatic take the fight after Ice 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 starts it off.
Instant vac wall surge away with the 1,000 damage punch. The depression game from March.
DJ has his number, man.
All right, cheese on the Ember, Aegis on the Jug.
Now
Kind of marches one down.
is going to go for Aghanims next. So we'll see
So's
the
the
Black
Morphling.
Dragon get some extra splash.
Unfortunately for TNC, I'm not sure if we're going to see either of these Aghanims, though. Again, their tower push isn't incredible, but it's just one good team fight.
Yeah.
One good pick off there to start it. Like, as long as you're 5-on-4, then you can just kind of push into the tower.
I mean, it was just such a weird fight. There's still 10-second BKB on the Morphling, 9-second on the DK. They just got caught completely off guard by Ice Ice Ice. Tusk with spider legs. Oh my. Getting spider legs when you have a Darkseer on your team, pretty good.
Yeah.
Gives you some
Not quite as broken as it was before. Now that it's not percent based, at least.
right.
The surge. It's now flat.
Still, just gives you a lot of angles to initiate.
Yeah. All right. Well, this time they are going to smoke bottom, as I previously predicted.
Radiant's middle tower.
Let's see if this one goes a little better.
So they're showing March? No, they're not actually. But he is blasting the waves from smoke. Dire know that they're around here somewhere.
Got it.
All right, Ice. I think you're dead.
This is how it started before, and much different outcome. Easy dragon tail from the high ground.
Ice just all. He's like, yeah, whatever. Okay, nicely done. You got me.
I don't even care.
Yeah.
I don't even care.
Yeah, they just got their 4th neutral item.
Jug did finish up that butterfly, going for that instead of the MKB. His damage output.
Dude, he is so hard to kill.
Yeah.
They don't have any way through the evasion. He's got 53% stats resistance with the Titan Sliver. Now I think that he could probably just sit high ground with this Aegis. Because, like, what do they have any way to mess up with his positioning that I'm not thinking of? I guess there's no 4 staffs on the Dire, right? So even a Fissure does create some problems.
Yeah, you've got Fissure, Blinding Light. As you mentioned, Pit of Malice is quite annoying. But he's still Jug. Oh, they set up onto Ember. They bait it with the rune. Look at this from TNC. I caught that one. I was
think he
wondering
needs
what Tims and Armel were doing up on the high ground. Now the Tusk comes in, jabs from the low ground. Chain Frost, it's a big one. Finishes off Tims, but now it's Armel. TP out, and no one to interrupt.
It was your own damn fault.
Still a great setup, though, and killing the Ember Spirit, quite nice.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, is it enough to get TNC back in this game? I'm not sure, but plays
It's
like
delaying
that
the push
are
with
what
this
they got to
Aegis.
do.
Pretty big deal. They're only going to have a minute left if they wait for the Ember. So now DJ wants another pick off. He goes on to March. Hey, that was less damage. That was only 474. Look at that. Well, it still died immediately after, but, you know.
All right, Dark Rift back. 2 buybacks available. Fnatic continuing to siege. There's the glyph.
That's nice. Forcing Glyph without Ember up. Good vacuum.
Wall doing some work. Gabby hanging on to the BKB.
Dude, they gotta kill
and
this
the Dragon
Morphling.
form.
They Fissure it.
Powered down. TNC very timid to initiate here. Of course, there is an Aegis standing. 1 minute left till it expires. Savage needs to be a little careful this timer. Remember, they did catch him last game right as it expired.
Dude, look how fast this status resistance. every effect on it is just dwindling so quick. Way in the back is DJ on the BKB.
And a refresher on Ice Ice Ice.
The Black Dragon is quelled.
He pops the BKB. Able to survive as they split the Omni Slash damage, but TNC just completely repelled right now. Vatus Ignis comes down. Maybe this is the play as Tims jumps forward, but they need more damage. Tims is down. Coddle gets popped again by DJ. And just like that, it's a 2-0. Armel trying to finish off Moon, but doesn't quite have the damage. He has to BKB himself. Savage still quite healthy.
Wow,
Aegis
I can't believe
going down in 5 seconds.
Tims is still holding this buyback.
Savage. There it is. Aegis is gone. Buyback used by Tims. TNC desperately trying to make this hold, but they'll lose KP. Healing wards down. Savage looking to reset a little bit. Snowball buys the Tusk some time. But in deep we go. DJ maybe in trouble here, and he's dead. But back, double wall. Ice with a lot of illusions. Turns him onto the tower. Playing some objective Dota here. Still good stuff for Fnatic. It's a slow siege, but they are taking a victory. Slow and steady. The double wall, very hard for TNC to fight into.
They still have the dunk. Oh, Gabby gets blocked by the Fisher, though. Oh, he can fly now, though. It's fine.
Yep, all good with the Black Dragon, but a big vacuum into the double wall. The Coddle barely lives. DK Dragon helping them siege, and they will finish off this lane of barracks. March going to get brought down in the back line. Armel doing everything he can, but they just don't have enough damage to cut through all this sustainability. There's the fissure. BKB from Armel used again. Gabby trying to do the damage, but they'll lose Tims. That's a dieback now. Gabby out deep. TNC running out of options. He does pop that BKB again, flies up to the high ground. KP now back. Armel in the back line can't even bring down the Lich. Rooted up and dead. Buyback is available. Triple kill for Moon, though. How long will TNC or will Fnatic hang around?
I think they're not leaving. I mean, this Jugs is unkillable.
Between the Healing Ward, the Guardian Greaves, they just don't have the damage on TNC.
He has Omni again, too. If he really wants that kill, he could dive for it. I guess he's worried about the defense of the E-Blade.
Morphling does a lot of damage to Moon, but can't finish him off. Savage being very patient with the Omni Slash, but goes right back to the structures. Did Gabby deny that?
I didn't see. I don't think so.
DJ jumps in with the BKB, says, "Hey, March, it was a fun game there, bud." Gabby looking for some vengeance. They will kill Jabs, but another wall from the Darkseer. BKBs used by TNC as the Omni Slash flies. Walrus Punch knocks Gabby up. No more magic immunity on him or Armel. The non-stop siege from Fnatic. Unrelenting, refusing to retreat.
Just so much sustain. These constant illusions from Ice. He's getting all the good ones, too. Even had the Black Dragon there for a bit.
Oh, Morphling.
Spicy.
Able to morph. He's okay for now, but one barracks away from Megas as KP pushes out of the base. They want to kill Savage so badly, but it's such a tough target to bring down. The Butterfly doing so much mitigation. Remember, he does have that Basher now, too. KP dies outside of the base. Gabby jumps out. Buyback from KP. Can they finally find this kill? The Lich is low, but he walks out of the Fattest Ignis. Still gets off a Chain Frost. No bounces. Root onto Armel. He'll be forced to morph some strength. DJ comes running in. He found March again. Dunk finally used. This might be the longest team fight I've ever seen, but TNC finally out of options, will tap out as Armel gets brought down. No buyback, and they will be repelled. It's Fnatic that take this series 2-1. A crazy finisher.
Yeah, I think we both agree that Fnatic played the best out of the series. Like, just between in skipping over some of the drafts, some of the hero picks, they just outperformed a lot of the time. But man, they had such good eyes on the map. Like, felt like they always knew what TNC were up to, which is kind of a hallmark of TNC style, where it always feels like they know what their enemies are doing, either through good wards or just good game sense. But this time, every time that TNC tried to make some sort of recovery move, Fnatic just knew exactly what they were up to.
I mean, DJ made Tusk look pretty good. did a lot, but he just crippled March. March ended that game 0-13-2.
Yeah.
2 assists. That he just got isolated in every engagement.
He didn't really get to ult a lot of the time.
No. I mean, that's the thing. There's a difference between, okay, he's on me, I'm going to juke around the trees, and, all right, DJ just one-shot me again, guys.
Yeah.
You know?
Ice played super well as well. I think the Darkseer play was very, very useful towards that victory. Like, between all the auras that he's carrying, every vac wall felt like it was at least 3 people, and the auras are super good between the Underlord and the Morphling, and then, like, even the DK isn't that bad to have as well.
Yeah.
I guess everyone played super well on the side of Fnatic, really.
Yeah. I don't know what went wrong with the DK. I don't know if it was the pick, the item build, just the way the game unfolded. Like, he had free farm and grabbed the Midas, and then it just didn't feel like there was much of an impact. Maybe he needed a Blink Dagger earlier before all the BKBs came out so he could actually initiate. I don't know.
Yeah, because he went Midas, Halberd, and then Blink.